boy, oh boy. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Hey, Bishop Owen, a pleasant good morning to you.
I can hear you say, I can hear you say.
Time check.
Goodbye to my trouble. Goodbye to my pain, Lord.
It's 18 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock and you listen to the Gong Report.
Everybody.
Hey, Margaret, good morning.
You are the God of miracles, say it.
You are the God of miracles.
You are the God of wonders.
You are the God of wonders.
You are the God of powerful.
Oh boy, good morning, Margaret. Good morning, UNC Advocate.
Say it.
Hey, Marilyn Cicerana, good morning to you. Paul Danielson, good morning. Rick. Janelle, good morning. Matilda.
Please say it.
Hey, Camille, good morning to you. Carmen too, good morning. Trini Nairo, good morning. Wendy and John, good morning. Ryan Ali, John, good morning to you. Nigel George, good morning. Anthony. Tara, good morning. Angela.
So long.
Afrina D. Mohammed, good morning to you.
Goodbye to my pain, Lord. Somebody wave me bye-bye. Somebody wave me bye-bye.
Hey, Cyril, good morning. Janelle.
Welcome here. You ain't welcome here. Goodbye to my trouble. Goodbye to my pain, Lord.
Hey, Jamal, Philip, good morning to you.
There. Somebody ran up.
Hey, Stefan, good morning. Michael Scotland, good morning to you. Ann Moon Sami Vishnu, good morning to you. Raul Passar. Rajendra Maharaja, good morning to you. Pingala Mohan, good morning. All Taras, good morning. Rara, good morning to you. Bota John Charles, good morning. Hey, Timothy. Good morning to you, Kenrick Passar. Samantha, good morning to you.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Raja Maharaj, a pleasant good morning to you. Sandy Jones, good morning. Afrina Mohammed, a pleasant good morning to you. Glenda Isaac, good morning. Sibrangani, a pleasant good morning to you. Hey, Dunarayan, good morning. Mira from Princess Song, good morning to you. Hermadi, good morning. Frank James, good morning to you. Sukai, good morning. Sharon Rampasar, a pleasant good morning to you. Annie. William, good morning. Denise. Good morning. Dennis, good morning to you. Edwin. Randy Frank, good morning. Roseman, good morning to you. Nita, good morning. Sarita, good morning to you. Hey, Janet Singh. Kaladin, good morning to you. 007, good morning. Ruben, Noel, Ruben, good morning. Anjali, Swa, good morning to you. Calvary Spirit. Bujram John, a pleasant good morning to you. Philip, good morning to you, my brother. Joanne, good morning. Gloria Escola, pleasant good morning to you. Nigel Black, good morning. Naz Ali and Mr. Ali, a pleasant good morning to you all. Gobin, good morning. Jared Wims, PH, good morning to you. Hey, Jenny Bell, a pleasant good morning to you. Ann Jackman, good morning. Hey, Joan Ramachan, good morning. Hey, Danny, good morning to you. Hey, Saroja G, good morning to you, Singh. That's shoot fat boy. Philip, I'm a partner, you know.
Good morning, Andy. Last week, the Social Welfare Minister, Vandana Mohit, came to the press conference and said she had to deal with over 6,461 persons, right, that were trying to get their old age pension and the NIS and different grants, right? Yesterday, the woman said over 2,300 of them were pensioners, right? She said out of the 6,461 people, there's only 175 people left now. So she deal with, in a week, over 6,200 people and get the business fixed up for them. So I want to ask a question, what Donna Cox and Cockburn and all these PNM social welfare ministers were doing for the last 10 years? Why they had these people suffering for? Why it is that they had people waiting for years to get a pension and the NIS and all these sorts of things to deal with it? And this woman only come in 1 week and she cleared that whole backlog. Hats off to you, Miss Mohit. Use your rightful person to work in that ministry. Cox and all of them only buying wig and eyelash. That's all she got to do. It's good as all them gone because you see, people finally get the justice and they're getting the pension and the grants now. Right? So I want to congratulate Miss Mohit on a job well done in the social welfare ministry, and you keep up the good work. Fire burn all of them PNM and them. Have a good day, Miss Andy.
Thank you very much.
Man, Gatsby Dolly.
Oh boy. Anne Marie Amen, a pleasant good morning to you. Pearl Sammy, good morning. Doreen Biari, a pleasant good morning. Roll, good morning to you. Hey Molly, good morning, Edwin. Kamati, good morning to you. Joyce, good morning. Mubarak, good morning, Calvary Spirit. I read plenty get clear up in a little space at time day. Where the hell the PNM was doing for them senior citizens and them all along by? I real madness in truth. I real madness.
You're a failure as an education minister and you're a failure as a politician. Will you come into raise bait people and say that the people who Nayan Gatsby Dolly, you're a failure as an education minister and you're a failure as a politician. Will you come into raise bait people and say that the people who children committing the crime is PNM supporters? Yeah, I agree with that because some of them is the ones in the PNM stronghold who are committing a lot of crime too, right? And they're bullying people children in school that way saying, all right, live by it. But don't come and say that this government gonna victimize PNM people or black people. Is whoever it is doing bullying is the one going to pay the consequences for the crime. So I just see where you're coming with stupidness on the Prime Minister. Then she coming to lock up PNM children or black people children. She said bullies, right? And if he's an Indian, Chinese, white, Negro, whatever your color is, and he's bullying people, children, you're going to get the matrix. Too bad Stuart Young wasn't in school at this time, because he would have get his share, but we do the Imran Khan for that. But I tell you as it is, Dory, don't come with that rhetoric. Go, like I tell you, pass the step, pass the tree dog and the parrot, and jump on top of the red couch, and we lady, right? Don't come with your nonsense, because it's a failure as an education minister. A failure. Look how you leave all these schools dilapidated and run down and mash up. Eh? And you come into talk and you care about children. You don't care about nobody but getting into office all year. I waste that time all the PNM. Rock so.
Hey, Nicholas Adish. Ramnarain, good morning to you, my brother. Antonio in the house. And not forgetting Mr. Ramnarain. Good morning to you. Hey, Mr. Gobin, good morning. Ravi, aka Postman.com, a pleasant good morning to you. For everybody that look on, a pleasant good morning to you all. Gasman in Valencia, good morning. Love and Ash, all of you. Darren Mohan. And Denver Mohan, all of you, a pleasant good morning to you.
And he is satisfied the way the journalist was questioning, right? Okay, that's his opinion. But you can't come on this program here. You didn't look at the media yesterday. You didn't look at the whole thing yesterday, but you want to come and give your opinion. You don't do that. Look at the whole thing and then come and give your opinion. Don't look at the one from last week and then come to talk. Look at this one, the updated one. We want the update. Andy, good morning. Good morning to everybody. Mickie, Lennox, everybody. You know, Andy, yesterday, I looked at my WhatsApp and seeing this big belly Venezuelan man stand up on a boat with a big gun in our waters and threatening us, saying how he coming back for the land, right? You know, I am backing my Prime Minister, my Honorable Prime Minister Kamala Harris, against these nasty Venezuelans. First, to begin with, they are doing the work. Our government is doing the work to try and help us in this country to build back. I know our hands full, but we have to close off the borders and throw them Venezuela back to their country. Because they come here, they are doing nothing here to help, they're only committing crime. That's all they're good for, man and woman, right? So I am backing her, and we are doing one of Venezuelans here. This is not Venezuelan land. You fight up with Guyana, you know, we come to fight up here, but we all know, Andy, that PNM, wrong. I can't call him young, Mr. Young. Look at Mr. like Mr. Old now and Rowley. They are showing that trouble because I remember, and if anybody else remember, the day after elections, Young said that this government ain't going to last 6 months. So they try to push to disrupt our government. We have to continue praying for our Prime Minister and for this government. Have a blessed day.
Andy, morning, China Tobago. All your Bandana Moon hit the UNC is performing and they are doing a very good job. I also agree with Kamala with the school violence. I also agree with Kamala taking her serious about this Venezuelan borders and stand our ground and protect our borders. So, and this Keith Rowley and the PNM will cause this whole thing with Venezuela because they always want to drag us. And it's PNM to blame for the rising crime that it bring all them Venis here, that making people life scared. It have some hardworking Venis, No lie, it has some hard-working Venice. But then again, it had on the other hand, it had the one who involved in the crime. And for the past 10 years, PNM was they were sleeping. They were sitting on the butt and collecting a salary. And Kamala UNC should remove all those who in office that were appointed by the PNM for the past 10 years, collecting a nice hefty salary. All of them should be removed and let Kamala create new jobs for new people in all government offices, all ministries like NIS board, social welfare. Everybody should be removed. Even the one from the Bank of Commerce, right? Remove that guy and put back Jawala over there, because you would tell me the Prime Minister requests Forex report on the PNM and he can't give them. He is there to protect the PNM. Remove he, just as how PNM remove Jawala. Is the same way UNC could remove that guy? I forget his name right now. But Andy, you all are doing a good job, and let's keep the fight going, man. We have to get in power for our next 5 years again, and our next 5 years. Get the rate of PNM till you might only not even seen a dust at the PNM in Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.
When you hear Stuart Young and keep Rowley talk and Gary Griffith, I want you to understand that they have no idea what they're talking about. A man named Diosdado Cabello, who is the Justice Minister of Venezuela, put out a threat naming Trinidad and Tobago as a destination for invasion. That is what the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, who is defending our sovereignty, responded to. Mr. Diosdado Cabello is wanted by the United States as a fugitive and a drug lord, but that's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video to let you understand that when a man sends a message that he is coming to your country to invade it, to engage in his own personal prosecution, and you are a sovereign nation, you are duty-bound to protect your people, protect your country, and to respond. Kamala Prasad's message was measured and it was appropriate. She told Maduro, and I want you to know why she's speaking to Maduro, because Venezuela is not a democracy. So if Diosdado Cabello had put out that information that Maduro didn't want in the public space, Cabello would have been fired or jailed or dead. That's how Venezuela, that's how life in Venezuela is. No, Cabello was speaking for Maduro, and Kamala had to respond to Maduro. And the message to Maduro is, listen, if any boats come into our waters on any nefarious activities, we will deal with them. Now, to the people who saying and want to put out memes about the Trinidad army versus the Venezuelan army, Guyana have more oil than God. And Guyana shares a land border with Venezuela. And Venezuela has been claiming Guyana longer than they've been claiming Trinidad. And it's easy to invade Guyana because it's just overland, down a road. You could take a taxi and invade it. So why haven't they? Because they know. The minute they put God out their thoughts. You see, people telling you about Ukraine and Russia and Zelensky and Putin and thing, all kind of nonsense to frame the narrative. Rowley and Stuart Young are lie good, lie well, lie big, and lie all the time. These fellas and Gary Griffith with his nonsense, he's had to go and research 3 and 4 times to come and make up a story to tell you. I want to tell you something. Zelensky and NATO and Russia and all of that is different to the Western Hemisphere. The United States of America claims the entire Western Hemisphere as an actual doctrine of protection. So no, Venezuela cannot put God out their thoughts to attack either Guyana or Trinidad and Tobago, because that is all the provocation the United States of America needs to put boots on the ground to invade Venezuela and change that regime, and Maduro knows that. So all the talk Maduro talking and all the talk Rowley and Stuart Young and the rest of Maduro's friends in Trinidad talking, ignore them. Kamala Prasad Bisesa was spot on. And all the people of Trinidad and Tobago are to ignore the 1% media that are trying to destabilize Kamala's government. Kamala Prasad Bisesa has a special majority. She has been given a mandate by the people to protect and fix this country. Stand with her. Ignore these band of fools and their nonsense trying to frame the narrative against her. Her message to Maduro was a proper response, and anybody who said different is not a patriot of Trinidad and Tobago.
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ban is asking, Andy, where do you go to sign up to go fight the Venezuelans? Mr. Ban, sir, knowing that you don't behave so bad anymore, and you look like you're a patriot now, I will say go down to the west at Dr. Keats Christopher Rowley's address, or you could always take a little boat and head to Tobago. Go to St. Anne's and you will see a Chinese man named Stuart Young. All Trinidadians will go sign up with them who bring that problem. Go at their homes. They'll have your arms and ammunition waiting for you all there. What else? What else? Anybody ask? Let me see. All you can't get, Ban saying, all you can't dress, give lip service, all you have to go fight too. Yeah, we'll go after Mr. Arima, go. You go first now. As Lennox is saying. Clarence is saying, agree with this caller. Oh, that caller before, not Ban. Nadira say, laugh out loud caller, you're sure Friday was sleeping. Oh boy, somebody say it's time to send back all the Venezuelan people out of Trinidad and Tobago immediately. Oh,
they have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, we're going to send them back immediately. We're going to see how that go. Hey, Karen Baker, pleasant good morning to you, my brother. Hey, Matty Matt, good morning. Hey, McCarthy, good morning, Teresa. All right, Clancy Heritage also, Rowley family there. Let me just run through some of these things here. Hey, Jill Monroe, you know each other. Morning. Hey, Mary, good morning to you. Hey, Rick Lutchman, good morning. Royal. Good morning. Oh boy, Jim Monroe say UNC's blessed and who God bless no man curse. I want to hear some comments, but Penny is the opposition leader. How come all the 1% opposing the government? Please address this issue with Arthur Lockjack also. Ah boy. Hey Vera. Ramota, what do you mean by that? How Arthur Lockjack come into the 1% aspect? He and all what? He and all? Give me more details. Ban say Queen Kamala. Ban, it's time to move like if the PNM in power still. Remember we moved them, right, partner? Right. Now go. You like to support who in government. Or you support government PNM, right through government PNM. So now is Kamala Prasad business and UNC in power. Stay supporting government, please, now, man. Nice, because Queen Kamala need to set up a recruiting site somewhere so all they can go. So they can do more than lip service. Well, all right, who you want go? Who all you talking about? Tell me who you talking about? Hey, Maurice. Oh, gosh.
You understand that they have no idea what they're talking about.
Why that Tony jumping back?
A man
on?
named Diosdado Cabello, who is the Justice Minister.
Right. Now, man, let me move this here, man. Why that Tony pressing on? Who are you talking about? Nito, or you say recruiting earlier. If you had to talk about the people of Trinidad and Tobago, including you PNM people, if we had to go to recruit, is Trinidad and Tobago getting recruit? I understand, ban at all. I understand. Hey, Alan Hercules. How you ain't welcome here anymore? Guess I'm not welcome here anymore. Guess I'm off this station. Oh God, Alan Hercules. Wave X for. Morning to you, my brother. Hey, Farid Mohammed, a pleasant good morning. Let me see what time you come on so I go know if you're telling me the right thing. But Alan Hercules, you come on 6:36, you know. I just stop call name at 20 past. So I had to come on for name to call. You had to reach before the 20 past. Unless you was there before and I ain't see you. If not, sorry about that. Hey, Apache, lock on and listening. I agree, MP Philip, with our Prime Minister. Yes. Philip Alexander is with our Prime Minister. Hey, Karen Lobin, good morning to you. Alright, well, we don't know the PNM, the evil PNM empty the treasury. Alright, I'm looking for more information. Orlando Cordner, good morning. Survivor, good morning. Dress School. Nice, Clarence said, tell them, Philip. Yes, Philip, letting them know what time it is. That's what went on there. Man say, Philip, Eric Williams kick out the Yankees. So what is Ban is saying there is that America done gone. That he's saying that he throw them out. Nice, well said, Philip. We're talking about, and Philip's best friend, Montano's wife, is Venezuelan. Who Montano? Philip needs to fight, sign up to go fight Maduro. Boy. Oh, they still sleeping, Andy. Oh boy, Miss Arima said that the Indian businesses will go down. Will go out of business if they send back the Indians. Applying that as the Indian people is hiring a lot of Venezuelan. Mickie Thunderboom, he say I need to live better. I must live better. I need a government contract, silk, and a AGC rose to live better. Hey, Danny, outside of in Toronto there, good morning. I agree with you, Mickie Thunderboom. All the bandits and them in Trinidad and Tobago that have gun, we recruiting them first. Them who we see that's running with a gun, rob a grocery, rob a man, rob a this and rob a that. We recruiting them first. So SOS, calling all the shooters, all the criminal elements that are illegal guns. We go legalize the old gun. We recruiting all to go fight war in Venezuela. I like that one. Hey Maria, good morning. Gail, Charles, Jesse, good morning to you. I like that one. That's why sometimes I like to read through, but sometimes I think. We're not hearing Penny, but we're hearing all she house slave masters. NDP&M rejects. Somebody said they saw a boat with a Venezuelan with a big gun saying they're coming back to take the country. Well, let's send that video for let me see that. 3663053 3663053. Uncle Breeze, good morning to you. Uncle Breeze say, Andy, I support Kamala, PM Kamala. Stand your ground against Maduro. He is a coward and only bully his citizens. Yes, I agree. Right now, Trinidadians, we change we government. Right now, we powerful, we bad, we ready to fight Maduro and all. When Rowley was there, man, I said Rowley there, I ready to. Now Rowley see out all them that go fight back then. Now, we gaining back real respect in the Caribbean. If Maduro only put his tail in these waters, we go fight him. Yes, we go fight Venezuela. But we sending all them gangsters with illegal guns in the front line first. We picking them up in all them PNM constituencies first and foremost. Because you hear with this stupid one say, oh, they're targeting African people. But they stand their grounds. And they're targeting African people with the school, with the suspension of training school. That is just they admitting who is he training, just bullying and fighting people training the school, you know. Hey, Felix, you know what we do for my boy Felix? Since you say also contact your boy, but real busy. Send me the let me know which one of your social media is your most powerful one. Or the YouTube or the Facebook, which one? And let me know which one that is. Send me it. The email address for that account and the password for that account. Morning to you, Phillips, and your wife, kids, all of you. Good morning to you. Who else? I'm going to continue there. Let me peep and see, because I'll go to the papers just now, but it's like to hear what some people on some people's mind this early damn Monday morning. Alright, let's see. Let me go down. Gail, you're there, girl. Ali's good morning. Hey, Terry, good morning. Let me see. What else interesting? Nothing. I ain't seen nothing interesting. Well, I've seen the Venezuelans must go kick them out. But don't forget to send the Venezuelans with that gun thing while they tell me about it. Hey, friend Felix, good morning, my brother again. And his wife, all of you. Right, anything interested again? All right, nothing else interested? Hey, Jason from Tabakita is also watching on the live. Good morning to you. What are they saying here? Hey, Selwyn Batiste is saying, nice morning out here on the west side. 12th Avenue ships in out on time. Or ships in out on time. You're outside on the west side, so you're on a ship. Lock on with my tea and good information. Nadira, you have your coffee? Selwyn, you want to make sure Nadira she coffee, eh? You're outside on the west side and the sea, you're on ships. I mean, Nadira, she go with Nadira, what do you tell what?
Young and keep Rowley talking.
What the hell is this? Why this thing only?
That they have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, we know they have no idea.
A man named Diosdado Cabello.
Diosdado Cabellos. All right. Okay, for now. I mean, if Nadira gets she coffee. Nadira, what do you tell what? Selwyn. All right, let me continue. See, Andy, I agree. Send back all them the illegal venues. Hey, Sherry, good morning to you. Kathleen, good morning. That's while I'm going through all later. Hey, Jubati, good morning. All right, anything else interesting? Follow to touch some, what is the headliners? Well, it look like this Venezuela thing is headliners right you. The Venezuela, the woman who could have talked because she, don't call me name out. She more studying to fight the pit bull. And she could talk Spanish, you know, only Miss Arima, yeah, she could talk Spanish. She more studying to fight than let we know what's going on. She went the inside, she know all what's going on now. Oh, dread, but she play coursing now. Oh, Miss Arima, she now giving good information. She said Maduro don't have to send any soldiers. He already have. Oh God, why is this thing only going that?
They have no idea.
No. Time to close up that. I can't take that no more, man. Right, you jumpy. No. Like they rowley them in this place here. Ah, Shaka, yeah. Pie, get out of here. Hey, Shaka, yeah. Pie, get out. Jumbie, get out. I can't understand this. Make okay, broom boy. I gotta throw some holy water here, boy. The people of Trinidad and Tobago, we take off the chain off our neck. But right now, like the PNM and them, like they're still holding this chain, boy. Hey, get out of here. Yes, let me continue. Alright, well, good information. Maduro don't have to send any soldiers. He already have them inside here. All them venues could handle we tail and is that. All them that venues can handle we tail and is that. They don't play bad now. We go deal with them. Police versus police in that. Rumble in the jungle. Where is that? Alright, Irvin Felix, he said you'll do that today. Clinton Williams, Andy for Grandy. Morning, brother. Hey, morning to you, Clinton. Baraj, good morning to you. Alright, Baraj say, Andy, all the fighting in schools are African children. So, what they're talking about? Yeah, most is African children. But them Indian children, them just fight in school too. But they're not like that. But I will say most of the fighting coming from schools is the government schools. Those denominational schools and they may not all of that at all. Hey Karen, Colleen, good morning to you. Tobago lock on. Yeah, Karen from Tobago. Hey, let me say a pleasant good morning to all my Tobago brothers and sisters that are lock on. To the ground report, a pleasant good morning to you. Hey, Janice Andrews, Alfred, good morning. Alright, let me see where else. Miss Arima say Venezuelans are warriors and they only warriors that have here are the African people laugh out loud. Yeah. They're turning warriors from in schools, from early in schools, you see it? Yeah. We barely they see the Indian children fighting in the schools, you know. Yeah, I like that. It's the African people, it's the warriors, yeah. They're learning it from in school, beating people children early in the game. Bang the cuff, kick the face, and them kind of bacchanal. If war start, we had to send them African them out. We had to send all them trigger happy men. Most of them were shooting. All I know who. Yeah, we could send them in the front line. Alright, who anybody else give me any headliners? I want to Mama Guy and no thing they with this one day Selvin talking about. He out there and Madeira. No. Oh, alright. Selvin said no, she's not out here. But he put all of that, but we tell him is no, she's not out there with him. No, but I promise her some 7-Eleven coffee. 7-Eleven coffee? Where is 7-Eleven coffee? I find that sounding like a position, 7-Eleven. Alright, you promise you some 7-Eleven coffee. With hazelnut and French vanilla. Well, Selwyn, where is he? Is a Trinidadian or is he's an Englishman? Britain you born? No. I can understand that. We know about here, we coffee here. Where's we coffee here again where we know about again here, boy? That coffee where we didn't know about the most. What we call it? Nestles. Ask Lennox Smith. All that we know about Nestles. All kind of big time coffee there. Oh, Andy, I send coffee for everybody in the morning. Laugh out loud. Oh. I thought you was on the boat out there with him now. I don't know. All right. Oh, yeah, that coffee they will print up there. All right. I thought you were. All right. Hey, baby Rampasat, good morning to you. Sandy Jones, you always laughing. Joyce, she say, Andy, you're making me laugh here. You see, well, it's only come on for laugh. I want to hear where's all the contributions. Yes, Kenrick Prasad say, and yeah, there's a good contribution. Get some holy water, yes. Like, I don't know where Rowdy them jumpy, I'll shake it out of this place. I bring my belly and thing. Well, look, somebody say, no, I'm Mako Andy. I say Mako? Oh, I know Mako. Oh, Selwyn say, no, Andy, I'm from the arrow to the bone. Baston say, hey, Andy, they are in the US. Oh, just looking for the interested headliners. Lennox Smith, get the rest of the headliners there from everybody meanwhile. Let me have the 1% paper saying. Oh boy. Somebody say, can they help themselves? Bell. What do you mean by can they help themselves? Bell? Well, you have to give me a little more explanation in some of your contributions. Ninja say good morning. Dolly slept for 10 years. She has only now awoken from slumber to know there were files on her desk with P&M children misbehaving in school. I wanted to know if the victims were foreigners. Wow. Watch up with this Dolly talk. You know, Lennox go give you a piece of that. Andy, that's the beating in the high school. Yes, Oberman Rowley sell out everything. The Ginger Maraj is saying so. When the dunce open its evil mouth, the evil piano matrix media is involved too. Oberman, God, the most powerful, is also all persons. You big dunce. Oh boy. Wow. Nice. What else interesting for the morning as a headliner? Other than good morning, comrade Andy. Oh boy. Other than good morning, comrade Andy. Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you. While the headliner is setting up and everything. Go ahead, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Andy. Orlando here.
Hey, Orlando. Good morning to you, my brother.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, what channel you on? You guys on Flow?
Yeah. Flow.
Yeah.
If you get
what
Flow, you get an ampere. And all of them day. I think 107 or 105 or something. So, what do you mean?
Okay. I mentioned that. What's the other station? I think there's what? The other television. What
107, 107, 105, I think.
Okay. I'll go through all this system, man. I just came down here last night, man. I came for a week.
Nice. Very good, man, Orlando, man.
I come here, man. I'm ready to spend my US dollars in this country, man.
Boy, government change and you reach back to Trinidad. Look at thing.
Of course. I'm headed up to Blanchishes this morning.
Hey, very good, man. Very good. And you go tell all them go bar. How we call it? Go bar. Let them know. Behave themselves here in Trinidad.
Yeah, man. I'm coming on Porterson. I have to come down Porterson. So I'll swing by Mickie, not Mickie, but Lennox. I have to go to West Point. So I'll see Mickie before I leave. I'll try hard. I'm in Lennox. So we'll talk later, my friend. Later.
All right. On Ampli, it's on 107. Somebody now send that.
All right. Thank you.
Oh boy. Hey, let me say a pleasant good morning. In saying that, let me say a pleasant good morning to our Gael family. Or those of you that look onto us on Gael, Trinidad and Tobago, Gael the Caribbean. A pleasant good morning to you. Welcome to the Ground Report. Let's take a little while to come on there, boy. What time it is? 4 minutes past. I say it's Rowley and the PNM will be a whole. I know how to run them out of the studio here, you know. They just come there to put one thing there. Go from here. Jambi. Yeah, the PNM Jambi in the damn place. You have to run them, run it. You don't know, the chain was on my neck. The chain. We vote out the chain. We unbuckle the chain. The chain just like, and they're so wicked. The hole in that chain to choke we. Morning, caller.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Mickie, Lennox. You be and to everybody out there. Andy, well, we had a lot over the weekend. We heard a lot over the weekend. And I'll deal with it piece by piece. Did you hear the video done by William Monroe? He was sitting on the red couch and was looking like, you remember that movie Weekend at Bernie's? He was looking like that man. Andy, for 10 years, and William Monroe never uttered one word against the PNM. What they were doing to the African brothers and...
The Soca Monarch man?
Yeah.
The ex-Soca Monarch man?
That's right.
Let me hear Monroe talking now.
You remember what he did? You remember what he did to the COP candidate in down by Lacano Village? Lacano.
Yes.
He didn't want to
by Barus, by Uncle Barus. By Uncle Barus.
Uncle Bedu, yeah.
Barus, right.
Uncle Bedu, yeah. What he was doing them down there, right? No, the government get no rent again because he here come not talking about all who was getting PNM. So my boy jump out now to talk about what the PNM do to the African people. He even talk about up to now in 2025, Laventille still have suspect, some people in hand none. He talk about what they do him down at down there in by the wharf now. Down by price smarter them down there. You remember they had a Soca village or something down there, right? And what they do them, man, it was mouth open, Tory jumping out.
I mean, so Monroe was knocking, he was knocking the PNM?
Yes.
How managed? But when he did put out X on them?
Andy, Andy, you have to get that video, boy. You have to get that video and listen to what it is Monroe was saying. You would swear that Monroe was not part and parcel of the PNM for all these years. Monroe, his lip was zip, right? Somebody operated and stitch up him out. All of them. Now, all of them have mouth, right, for this government. But let them sit down
wait. He talking against this government?
Yeah, talk to me.
He talking against the government?
Talking against the PNM. Talking against the PNM.
Nah, well, you must not understand now how we go talk against the PNM now, because remember, you went in power and he will want that building to continue to be rented.
So but I want to tell you, Andy, I want to tell you, yeah.
That now comes when they come in and play the one to get you before everybody else, you know.
Right, that's what I'm telling you. Because this new government in office now, and here Kamala talk about all the big rent people was getting. My boy come out now to defend to talk against the PNM. So they would this government might continue. When they do that now, the government will continue paying the rent on his building, renting out his buildings and things for them. But all the time, he didn't have a word. But I want to ask him, how much of your African brothers and sisters you help? How much of them you help? Suddenly, everybody know now about African brothers and sisters. But when half of them were starving and they go, how much did you help them? The only time I see he gave some help, Andy, and it was very selective, was with the COVID, where they were given give them some laptops, right? And you know it had to be selective. If you had seen the picture, you will know it was selective. Okay? Now the next one is Lockjack. Lockjack mouth to a zip. He didn't have a say, but we will never forget Lockjack.
Well, Lockjack say, Lockjack open him out now too?
Yeah, he find that they shouldn't remove the PNM board. They shouldn't change boards. Now tell me. But you see all the time.
Well, which one of the board Lockjack don't want we to move? That the one he on or something on?
He didn't say. No, he didn't say. He was talking in general, right? That they shouldn't be removing the boards on them. But Andy, Jack, when he insulted the country and said that if Manny didn't get the executive jet, what make us feel we were getting that money to buy beds for the hospital? We must never forget him that. The man is a PNMite. Coming to talk about don't move the boards of them. Why? This government have to put their boards in place to carry out their agenda.
Yes, that's true.
We don't want no PNMites there. Go all your way. All you had 10 years. We don't know what all you were doing. And this morning, I am calling on Weak Belly Penny and I think it's Wade Mark there this morning, calling on Wade Mark to get rid of the boards that don't want to move. Move them. Let them resign with immediate effect. I'm not even calling on the other 13 opposition leaders. I'm calling on Penny. Because they say you are the leader.
But we mean you ain't calling the 13. We mean you ain't calling the 13 opposition leaders.
Opposition leaders. I don't know. It's 14 opposition leaders that have.
Yes. Yeah, I don't understand why. Yeah, why is that real opposition leaders?
Yes, no, so all of them, and three of them come out to talk to knock Kamala about what she tell Maduro. Three of them.
Yes.
You think it easy, Andy? And Weak Belly Penny, who is the opposition leader, the political leader of the PNM, ain't say a word about Maduro. Right? But every dog and the brother jumping out of the skin about what Kamala do. I shouldn't answer Maduro and Kamala. The only one who spoke good about it was Gavin Nicholas. Talking about it. Right? Well, you know, of course, Gary Griffin had to push him out. Right? Mr. NTA nothing. Well, wait till they hear Minge Mouth Masher on them now. Right? Because no, she did say it's not Wayne Sturge who's the Minister of Defense. should be involved in that. It should have been the foreign affairs jump out his skin to talk about it too. But it is a security issue, Andy. It's a security issue. So you see how many and you know what? All of them who didn't get to be advisors with OAS and the United Nations and all of them bad talking the woman, right? Let them talk. And as I say, while Kamala running she business, let them run them out. Let me deal with Dolly now. Dolly is a big hypocrite. All capital letters. Dolly is saying at the PNM Women's League something they had, maybe to see who they should really choose as a leader. I don't know. She is saying that she had the files. Now I am asking the same set of people we saw in the video from Southeast, right? Are they the same ones that was causing fights all the time? Because I need to be honest with you, it's the first time I've seen Southeast and fight it. First time I've seen it. Anyway, she is saying that she has the files of the children on her desk, and she know that some of them are PNM mothers, PNM fathers, PNM grandmothers. So I am asking this morning, is that why she never did anything about the fighting and the bullying and thing in school? I don't know, I'm asking. And she went on to suggest, right? There is a suggestion there. Is that why Kamala wanted to jail these delinquents and them, school delinquents? Because their parents were PNMites? And she is also asking the PNM Women League to please let us help these children, let us help these families because they are single mothers. But I didn't hear a word about the victims. Are the victims UNC affiliated? That's why she only want to help the bullies. You know, there are a lot of questions that we have to ask this facetite woman who did nothing for education. The woman did nothing. And coming out to talk, want to advise Kamala that's not the way to go. Woman, pat yourself down and sit down in a corner. We don't want to hear from all you. We had enough old talk from all you, right? When you could find the 3,000 children that fell through the system from COVID time to now, then come and talk. Then somebody might have a meaningful dialogue with you. But in the meantime, we don't want to hear nothing from all you. You all are irrelevant. Well-established ministers looking after the education, and who want to criticize them, all they go right ahead. If all they could do better, go and volunteer. Right? We have Dr. Dowlat and Dr. Prasad. One in tertiary and the other one in Minister of Education. You couldn't get better than that. And I hear some nonsense somebody saying, not because he come from a prestige school that he will do good. Really? Was his prestige school falling apart? Some people just like to talk to hear themselves. That's exactly what it is too. They don't come with anything meaningful, Andy. Nothing. The issues we had this morning, but I wish that you would get that tape with that Monroe man and have a good laugh. I tell you, the man was looking like the man from Weekend at Bernie's. He was like the living dead sitting on the couch.
Well, if you get it from me.
Nonsense. Yeah, if I get it, I'll send it for you, Andy.
All right.
So, Andy, thanks for listening to me. You take care and have a good morning. Later.
All right. Morning caller, where you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Hey, Andy, morning, boy.
What?
I hear you calling Felix.
Yeah, Felix.
Yes, Felix, I just sent something for you.
Ivan Felix. Oh, no, Ivan. That's the next one. That's the talk show, man. The social media fellow will be in the afternoon now. From point 14.
Yeah, but I would like to go by Felix number one because I was with all your sense in 91.1.
All right. So use Felix number one, man. So I'll say Felix number one, and then I will say social media influencer Felix number two. All right. Nice.
Yeah. Let me talk to you now. Here it is. You see before you go in studio in the morning?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
Turn your back and enter. I walk with your broom and sprinkle the place, because I hear it. Sprinkle the place. Right?
Yeah, that's some zombie.
Hey, Andy.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, what about Dennis Lawrence and brother, who the Lennox Williams fellas, and who used to be with you with all in 91?
Oh,
Am I wrong?
Dennis Lawrence, bro. Sherwin Williams. Nah, he not wrong.
Sherwin Williams. Yeah, I heard that at time you say them your cousin and all kind of thing.
Oh, nah, they're not family. They're not family. But they are wrong long time. The mother is listening, you know. Miss Lawrence.
Yeah, I know. I hear all of that. She will be calling in some time and day.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what? I have a little history to give about this man, Elvis Guy in Grandi, because I come up there, and he's the lone PNM councillor in Sandy Grandi, right?
That too. They have Guy or they Grandi East, and they have the coast. They have Toko Valencia.
Oh, so there are two.
Yeah, there are two. PNM are two. But
yeah, but
next election
I want to say something.
Next election we go with all two.
This was Elvis. He grew up with me playing football, right?
Ooh, Elvis
you know recreation ground?
Yeah, Guy grew up with you playing football.
Yeah, recreation ground.
Yeah, recreation ground.
You know that ground?
Yeah.
Right. I one of the man who pulled out a team from under 16. Right?
Yeah.
In Grandi League, when it carry them in Arima, play under a man who was running a league, they call him EJ in Arima under 19. We play under floodlights and all kind of thing. Right? Take that same team and develop it into a senior team in Sandy Grandi. And that team, the name Daniel Recreation United. Right? And win the competition about 2 or 3 times. And here, well, I seen, the youths and them have potential. I formed a committee, right, to go and meet this Elmina Clark Allen when she was the Minister of Housing or some kind of thing too, right? And she could have give me the opportunity so all them young people could have something to do in sports and all kind of thing. And you know that woman refused us, right? And I know as a little fella, he arrived from after the hospital. Eric William and them come and donate 4 lots of land, right? In front of that circle, like a horseshoe, facing the Seventh-day Adventist church. That was given to the people in that community there. So we went to ask her if she could get some sort of paper, because we know that land was for the people there. You know, this woman refused me and volunteered. She can't do that. You know what they ended up doing? Giving all them PNM mites that 4 lots of land, and they started to build upstairs house, which that area then they mark for no upstairs house and all kind of thing. Yeah, and I hear in me live in Grandi again, but it does hurt me. I hear in this man Rohansen and them. This highway they call Elmina Clark Allen Highway. I wonder how they could do that thing like that. That woman never do nothing for Grandi. Yeah. But, that is still out now. All right, Andy, boy.
All right, my brother. Oh boy, Lennox Smith, why some of the headliners I miss, my brother? But Miss Santa Cruz, some of them bring up some of the headliners. Did have any headliners that it is that's supposed to make news that didn't make news?
Yes, indeed, of course. Are you and me loud and clear?
Loud and clear.
Well, around 8 o'clock, I have a Zoom media interview, so I'll have to cut off at around 8 to take it. That, of course, it will be done right here on Zoom. we have a radio station. I think it's one of the Guardian media houses. So so it is located at least at the Guardian facility down on St. Vincent Street there. All right, let me just inform you of that at the beginning.
So did the score?
Good morning.
So did the score go be cut? Did the score go be cut?
No, it will be cut. I will leave it.
That one up.
Leave it,
all right.
As usual. Yeah, but in the background, of course, we will be doing our thing until we finish.
All right.
All right. My deputy political leader and myself will be interviewed. All right. A pleasant good morning to all and sundry, East, West, North, South,
Wait, before you go there, by all fairness, it's a ground report. And whether a man is a host or however, we have been seeing things circulating in the papers. But so you will get the same morning and thing because we had to go at it one time. Because I want nobody feel that the ground report is breaks, not all. You have a colleague, something we want to know. With what we see in circling in papers there, did the media twist your mouth or did you say anything such as that? Are you in any way in some kind of loggerheads with Kamala Prasad Bisesa and this new government? Because that is how it's coming across to us, eh? And you being a co-host on the ground report, we would like
I tried to read all of the comments. Of course, depending on your perspective, and if you are thin in terms of your analysis, or you may not be aware.
I see a news clipping, you know. I see a news clipping from our papers.
No, I have it right in front of me here.
What the paper saying? Right, what the paper saying? Tell me what the paper saying. I want to go back in my phone. Right, what he's saying about you there? What he's saying there?
Right, essentially
the headliners.
No. Let us be clear here. First and foremost,
the
entire exercise was called to say categorically that we are in support of the love inside of the coalition of interests, and that nothing was mentioned. My people and I did the analysis, so I could see that bit off the cuff. Nothing was mentioned of my criticism. About 3/4 of the discussion was my criticism of the statement made by Al-Rari with respect to threats and the possible sedition. Let me repeat, when he said that he gave the coalition of interest and the UNC 12 months before they implode, and then he went on in another press conference to indicate that there will be mass retrenchment in URP, CPEP, and the Forestry Division or the Forest Rehabilitation Program. And that was a major reason for calling the press conference. None of it was mentioned here. So over the weekend, you would have seen that they believe that we don't have response capability. We are too seasoned in this business to, of course, be held. So over the weekend, you would have seen on social media all over the place where I was mentioning that my deep concern as to the bellicose and the belligerence and the acrid language and the wishful thinking of the PNM through Al-Rari, and of course indicating that he is bordering on treason, he is bordering on sedition when he would have made that statement, because what he is saying is that I twist into it or weave into the whole discussion that it is possible that he may want to, of course, to orchestrate things against the present government. So that by itself tells you where I stand and has always stand solid as a rock. But none of it, as I said, was mentioned here.
All right, but somebody send the papers to my phone. I had to go on it because whether or not it was mentioned today or what, did you get the same papers to organize and correct that nonsense in which you're talking on the headliners? Because a lot of people is being misled because my phone was ringing off the hook saying, well, we're going on with Lennox Smith. So did you get back in contact with those papers to let them know they're misquoting what? Hey, your phone mute. Hey, you mute. Lennox. Oh, God, boy. Hey, you mute.
Sorry about that. I'm saying that I will not engage in that fashion. My response was over the weekend, I dominated, of course, social media, indicating the position of love in the arrangement. And I made it very, very clear that we are satisfied that things are going to manifest itself in the way that we did. I also mentioned, and I see it here, at least that was mentioned. I was very, very, what I consider to be magnanimous, generous, focus, emphasize the work ethics of the Prime Minister, because I was able to get communications with her and from her around midnight in 2 consecutive weekends. Of course, I didn't do it this weekend because I had some additional information to provide. So the relationship is massive. It is cordial. It is respectful. It is, and of course, there were certain things that occurred that, of course, I mentioned, and I felt that out of honesty, transparency, and accountability, when they asked me the obvious question, because a cop was asked the same question, I simply said that, of course, I was told that I should have come in advance. I should have stated what love wanted, and then, of course, that was given in those conversations. Lennox Smith, tell me, and don't do it necessarily tonight. I know you're going to need some time. Tell me what contribution you want to make to the government. That is coming from, and I'm quoting from the Prime Minister, Kamala Prasad Bisesa, political leader of the UNC and head of the coalition of interest with the UNC. So I don't think I need to explain anything else. And social media would have, of course, been regaled with all of the responses that I would wanted to address that was never captured in this article. So I am not perturbed. There is nothing untoward there. There is nothing of any fragmentation. There is nothing. But we have to engage the media, and I will continue. On Wednesday, there's another press conference. I expect the same elements to be there, but of course, the focus will be on the EBC and why it is that we are yet to get a formal conclusion of our candidate in terms of the results. The results from formal results from EBC, we have not yet been able to get it. And as I have been saying, that the PNM would have, and we suspect, would have conceded very early that they were defeated, and they would do that, prefer to lose an election than to lose any one of the Laventil seats. There is one article that I think it was on television, a video which I'm going to communicate with that particular agency. I think it's CNC3, where they said that when they checked in the EBC's record, they did not see, of course, anything about love in terms of the results. Well, that was because, and I did not, I want to say I did not indicate, even though I said that we had our candidate contested Laventil East Morvant. What I did not say is that he contested with, of course, the UNC symbol. And I think that is what is a legitimate case. So I'll respond to that one. I'll correct that. Because, of course, the records will not show love per se, but that in effect, or in fact, would have been the candidate for love contesting the Laventil East movement. That is why, of course, we are part and parcel of the coalition of interests with, of course, the UNC. So that one I will correct. But the others, if they didn't mention at all the central theme that I called the press conference for, it makes no sense, because this is not relevant to me. What was relevant is what we would have said about Al-Rari and the possibility of sedition and the wishful thinking
Remove anybody from my
present administration to last only 12 months. And since that didn't happen, then of course I will send you now that video as well that I blasted throughout the weekend, so that you too will have an appreciation as to where we stand in terms of the coalition of interests and the UNC and the government at this point in time. All right. So I don't think I need further explanation.
Well, hold 1 minute. Hold 1 minute. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Andy, good morning. I am happy for Lennox and the position he has taken. I know the Prime Minister is a very magnanimous person and he will get what is deserved. But there's a group of people who have worked hard for this party. For years, some of them have been working, and sometimes they have been, and I am talking about the ground troops, the activists down on the ground. They make a lot of difference to this victory in the UNC. And they should be given some kind of consideration because they have fought the battle at that level. And some of them are very capable of doing a wonderful job if they are given the opportunity to serve the party. That said, I know that the Prime Minister will deal with that issue when the time comes. But today I want to warn this nation of the fear-mongering and the coward and unpatriotic position that certain people have taken in the media, some parts of the media. And well, the opposition, they feel they have an opportunity to create some kind of traction to them. Because when you look at all the facts, I don't want to go into the details. Kamala Persad-Bissessar is quite correct in her assessment of Maduro and what they are saying. And should they cross into our waters to pursue anybody, they are breaking international law. And she did the right, said the right thing to them, that if they come here, we have to take necessary precautions once they cross the border. So all this hullabaloo that the PNM is generating isn't going to get, it will be after the final analysis is made. It would prove that they were just trying to get some kind of bill with the, when the facts come out there, Kamala Persad again is 100% correct because Maduro just trying to stir up some kind of destruction to keep the people in an anxious state and pressure them more in Venezuela. But the fact of the matter is, she made a very serious point that we have to be very, and we have to be very accountable to for the amount of Venezuelan coming into Trinidad at age of whether it could be Guardian National or Venezuelan military people coming of military age. And we have to take that very seriously because we really have to cut this influx of people coming into Trinidad. I don't want to go into the details of what they do and everybody know, it's obvious that everybody know what they're capable of in criminal activity and so forth. So the immigration department have to get themselves organized. The police have to take a serious look at where they associate and what they do and stuff like that. Because when you watch them compared to some Trinidadians, they look better off. They look welfare. They look stronger. Trinidad has seen more trouble than them by far as I realize. Them people just come here for a little vacation and go back. But the important thing is that we have to look at the criminal activity, the gangs coming into Trinidad now, because with the cutoff of the Mexican cross border, they can already get into the America with the coke and so forth from the Mexican border. So right now the serious area is the Guyanese. They have a lot of problem with the coke trafficking there. And if you look at the amount of coke coming through from Guyana, it's terrible, terrible. So she's on the right track, and nobody could hinder her from what she said. She is brave and strong and resilient, and forget about those coward PNM people who are very, they were the ones who were calling the UNC people unpatriotic. But their song today, when you look at it, they are the most unpatriotic people in Trinidad. They are a bunch of coward and spreading fearmonger. And thank you very much, Andy.
Thank you very much. Oh boy, go ahead, next caller. Well, all right, don't forget to send wherever you had to send from a Lennox, mate. Oh boy,
Yeah,
oh boy.
I'm doing that now.
All right. Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you. Where you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Andy, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Orlando here again. Andy, I listened to Santa Cruz call just now. Happened to be lucky to catch it. And she talked. She mentioned about the school and the social media bullying. Well, he was in a prestige school. Whatever. What can he do? I don't understand why that Santa Cruz should have asked him. But Dr. Raleigh was a black man. What did he do? He ran down the whole country to the dogs. You know, what they ask a question, you ask them back a question. Let's see if they could answer it. That's what you have to teach. And all this social media, tell them how to avoid the social media. Anybody could put anything and make all kind of comments. You gotta relax and leave out social media. I mean, take the good thing out of social media and leave the bad thing out. Because listen, my son is social media too, and they do a lot of, So we gotta leave them out, my friend. We gotta move with the positive vibes, Andy. Talk to you later, my friend, Andy. Bye.
All right.
I didn't get him too clearly what the last caller said.
You was talking about social comment what Santa Cruz made now. So she was telling me about something towards that now.
I see.
Go ahead, next caller, morning.
Morning, Andy. Good morning.
Hey, Mr. Rima. Good morning to you, my brother.
Yes. Morning, Andy. Morning, Lennox. Yeah, well, I heard Lennox interview and so on. I find it was all right. I didn't see any problem with it. I'm a fair guy. I ain't lying about anybody. I didn't really see anything. And Lennox is a stalwart yourself and all of you guys. I listened to you since you was on 102. You know, since I went with Gladiator and so on, 91.9 and all these different 90. All these stations only was at 91.1 or something with Showing and all of those guys. I agree with Lennox. Lennox was on point. I speak the truth. But this thing about
the headliners that they put. That headliners come across like if it is Lennox have a problem.
Oh God, but it's PNM station, it's PNM media, they will do that. That's them, their agenda, they like to do that. The only thing I don't like though is the thing as I tell you, they're attacking my leader in Venezuela and I don't like that at all. My leader here in Trinidad, I love Maduro just like I love Kamala. You understand? I love Traore, I love Maduro just as I love Kamala. So I would like Kamala to please desist from attacking my leader in Venezuela. You understand? That get the facts before she come in. I want to talk all these different things she talking because she doesn't have facts at all. She out that time and she come like Lennox sometime. You understand? That I would like her to get the facts and learn to live good with your neighbor. That's all. Don't study American politics at all and the European Union. Stay with get the facts, what's going on, and let's live good together with Venezuela. We don't know one day we might need them for something. You understand? That's all I want to say, right? Because I will end up coming up with the PNM and them to attack her concerning this issue because I really don't like it at all, what taking place at all. Because they're following this wrong narrative of what America putting out outside there against Maduro and against Venezuela, right? Have a great morning. Lockdown and listening.
All right. Thank you very much. Oh boy, let me take a next call. I ain't gonna lie, like it a zombie, boy. Ready hell.
I sent the video for you.
All right.
Good morning, Andy, Lennox, Mickie, Newbie, and to everybody out here. Lennox, you might not hear this voice note because I know you said that you're leaving at about 8 o'clock. But I am asking you, I did say it last week when I raised this with Wayne Sturge, what did Wayne Sturge? And I singled you out. I told you to don't let them interview you. Be very careful what it is you're saying. I know I can't tell you what to do, but I mean, we have your back. You understand? We want to see everything go good. But what they did, what Akash Samaru, especially Akash Samaru, all you have to be very, very careful of that snake. He's a viper. Now, he didn't have to ask you anything. They came there for a specific purpose, right? But he going to ask you. You should have said that you didn't come here for that. And everything is everything the same way you could say now that everything is you support the coalition and everything is okay and whatever, right? But the way they put it, and you know that the haters and the PNMIs will blow it out of proportion. Wait and just so you ain't see if you have video going up when you from that workers' right platform. Because you know they are haters of the UNC government. I say it. Because everybody know it. Nothing good comes out of there. And when anything come out, it's a fool they make it of themselves. Look at how they went after Anil. They went after Anil. Because Anil talk about the boards and them. And try to say, what? They make Anil a liar. How did, and they can't say yet, how did somebody make Anil a liar? Lennox, you cannot trust people. And you see now, where everybody feel that they should have been in office and they didn't get in there, it will be worse. So just tread carefully, Lennox, okay? Or they take care and have a good one.
Andy, I want to respond to that because I think it's a valid concern and out of all sincerity. But assuming that I did not respond, let's say I remained silent, right? Does it not mean that I left it open for all kinds of speculation? For example, I could see the writing that the COP was left out, and it appears that love was left out as well, etc., etc. I could see it going all kinds of ways. So what I did, I give them sufficient information to show that the relationship has not soured, so they can't say that. So what the headline is that love still hopeful of place in PM Kamala's government. And I think because of that response, they had to come up with something that may appear to be untoward and at the same time legitimate, because they have to say something consistent with what I would have said. So love still hopeful of place in PM Kamala's government. Now, assuming I didn't answer at all, you could imagine the headline: COP is left out, love is left out. No. So I think in this circumstance, I would have done commendably. And in fact, we did a postmortem on all of the various media results of the press conference, because let's face it, you have to live with them. They have an influence in the society. We have to engage. You think the Prime Minister could tell the Guardian and the 1% media not to come to the press conference in the office or wherever it is being held by the cabinet? No. So therefore, we have to engage. But of course, knowing full well what they are capable of, what you do, you minimize. And you do not, of course, generate any kind of inflammatory situation that will give them the traction. But what they have not calculated is that we too have response capability. So I know we have the corridor transformation. I have the corridor transformation. I know too that, of course, the ground report will be in support, and there are other platforms, and therefore what we do, we make certain that we neutralize the otherwise impact that they would have hoped to, the potency of it, as we dull their sharpened intent to, of course, do negative and to do evil. That is the big difference here. Had I remained silent on that question, you wouldn't believe they could have gone anywhere. Anywhere. So that's it.
All right. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
You want me to continue with some of the headlines, or
No,
you have callers there?
I think here to play. I think here.
All right, okay, no problem, man.
Yes, good
All right,
morning.
I
Good
send the
morning
information.
to my partner Pitbull, the one and only Tierra Boy Pitbull. This thing with Maduro and that sudden outburst by Maduro against TNT, that I smell a rat, and when a rat, I know a rat, a male rat, and that male rat is no other person than Keith Christopher Rowley. Stand up at attention to your dirty deeds, your mind dirty, Rowley. And you remember the email gate, Andy? Well, this is another email gate. I could bet my last $100 that Rowley is the man behind all this, right? And he and Stuart Young. You see, they're quiet with regards to Penny Beckles and them. They're staying in the background, but they're choking fire with Maduro, right? And you see, to show you how unpatriotic these devils are, you know, they don't care about Trinidad and Tobago. All they care is about money and power. That is what they care about. Rowley is a billionaire now. Stuart Young is a billionaire. The short man, your partner, Devilman Imbut, he is a billionaire too. Faris is a billionaire. All of them have billions. I don't know what they're hungry for again still. They're still choking. They're choking at Japnes Day with Maduro, right? We army and so on in Trinidad is a drop of water in the bucket to what the kind of military attachment and thing that Maduro and them have in Venezuela, you know, right? But that is saying that they could just come and advantage Trinidad and Tobago sovereignty, right? That can't happen. The UN have rules against that, and Trump and them go stand up and see Maduro trying to advantage Trinidad, right? So, but that being said, this dirty man Rowley, I don't know why this man, Andy, I tell you, the only man could help this fella is the Obia man from Tabakit, you know, Tabakit, Mr. Tabakit. He is the only man to have the powers, right? To combat Rowley, evil mind, you know, right? And Andy, I hear him a little while, but if you have a contact with Mr. Tabakit, call him now. He's the real Obia man to combat Rowley, bad-minded, you know. But to summarize it, Andy, I sure is Rowley who behind all this thing with Maduro. Okay, thank you.
Andy, I want to tell that caller whether he was a tip or not, go to the top of the class. It's as if, well, he was on the corridor transmission last night, because all of the footprint of Dr. Rowley is in that scenario. Whether when one looks at his modus operandi as far as the emails are concerned, when he generates these phantasmagorical stories with respect, of course, to the Police Service Commission, when, of course, he would have created a whole international specter by, of course, going up to the United States and get a honorary degree just to meet Biden with, of course, his co-conspirators, if you want to call it that, the man who was resigning from that university. And after that, of course, he was able to access operatives of the Biden administration in Washington. That is exactly what is happening here. So well said, caller. You cannot put that beyond Rowley. Rowley has that evil tendency to utilize a mine that was developed in the Caribbean in our prestige university, but uses it, of course, for diabolical means. We just have to look, of course, and reminisce on the Nelson Gate matter and understand that is how he operates, including, of course, the fake oil matter. All of that he orchestrated. So when he simply says that is madness, and then of course make some other commentary, he ain't come out there just so. It must have been part and parcel of some input made by Rowley. And mind you, Dylan is still in Venezuela. Maduro could have communicated with Dylan on that matter, or vice versa. Dylan ought to have communicated with the administration there, and then, of course, convey, because he is still being paid as an ambassador by Trinidad and Tobago government. I don't know if they will send any ambassador there at all, because if it's me, I ain't sending none. But the fact of the matter is that the caller is on the button, that they're based on the modus operandi and based on the pattern and the way how this thing has developed a phantasmagorical story. Clearly, it reeks with the footprint of Dr. Rowley.
All right, let's go. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning? Welcome to the ground report.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, gentlemen. Lennox and Andy. Gentlemen, this situation with the Venezuelan thing, we hear people making the little 2 cents and thing concerning America, and America is this oppressive regime and all these kind of thing. And they just come and talk little history and thing. But you know, when people benefit from something and they're ungrateful, they just say you never bite the hand that feed you. Now, if they want to go back in history and understand from World War I, the regime would have been in charge of the world if the war had gone differently with Germany, with the philosophy of Hitler and all these kind of things. Today this whole world probably would be a whole different ball game. Half of them might not be able to talk, they might not exist, because Hitler clearly had an ideology of how he sees humanity. And should he get the opportunity to be the world ruler, trust me, you see all the rubbish where people talking now, because they get the opportunity of freedom and democracy, they would not be talking that. Then we had World War II with Japan. Likewise again, the mentality of communism and oppression. If the war had gone differently, that America didn't come and wipe out Hiroshima and put a stop to the nonsense of the Japanese people, we would have been in a different place again today, like somewhere in China or some kind of thing, where they tell you you have to listen to what they want you to listen, you have to talk how they want you to talk, you have to dress how they want you to dress, you have to make the amount of children they want to tell you to make, and probably that is what some people who so against the American regime that should apply to them. They shouldn't have the opportunity to come and talk the nonsense that they're talking on the radio and thing. They shouldn't have the opportunity to make 5 children. They should have the opportunity to drive a car. They should have the opportunity to education. They should have the opportunity to wear what they want and to talk how they want and express themselves how they want. They should have that opportunity. They should give up all that, because that's what America did for the world. They give countries the freedom to abolish apartheid and racism, give black people in America the opportunity to vote and all these kind of things. We had a black president of America. And then the regime that I can some people could support, an oppressive regime. We have Cuba with Castro. Look at all the Cuban people, and they will come back and say, oh, because America put sanction on them, that is why the countries like that. Well, if you don't want to associate with America, if you don't want to live the American lifestyle and the American way of democracy and freedom and all these kind of things, then you didn't supposed to be suffering. Your people didn't supposed to be suffering because you supposed to be totally self-sufficient on your own. You didn't supposed to be depend on nothing from America. And these people just can't understand that. You have this idiot in Venezuela there. All the time, nobody been thinking nothing about Guyana. They want them, that stupid country, they're low life, they're this, they're that, all kind of thing about Guyana. As soon as the people discover oil in their own territory, all of a sudden, that idiot Maduro, he owns Essequibo. You understand? I must come and take back Essequibo. It has so much oil reserves in Venezuela all over. You know, he wouldn't go and develop it. He won't go and look for resources there. Because the people them come now and invest the time and the money and the resources and they find all of a sudden Essequibo is his own. He wants to get. And people could still support that. Why 6 million people fleeing our country if the government so good? If the ruling party so care about their people? Just so? And then you have China, you have Russia, you have all these places where oppressing the people. And then you vexing, oh, America is the bad one. You understand? America allow people to invent things. They allow development in the world of technology and every single thing to make our lives better. All of a sudden, our Prime Minister shouldn't side with America. Do like that dunce, Rowley. We create all these problems that we have right now and give this idiot this opportunity to feel that how he's some czar in the Caribbean, that he could call shots on any other country whenever he wants, and we're supposed to just accept it. Do you know the kind of impact if this country, small as we are, decides that, yeah, what, we're not supporting the democracy and the teaching and the relationship with America? You know what will take place with Trinidad and Tobago? And again, people benefit from every single thing that comes out from the American style of governance. But because they're so comfortable and good in their life, they feel that how they got condemn it and talk as a rubbish and say, oh, they make good, and they don't follow that. Let me tell you something. There's nothing better than what and the stance that this government takes, this Prime Minister. An idiot make all kind of dotishness. When he said that when America put sanction on them and wanted to stop giving visa to Trinidad, he said he's the first man who's going to die with his last breath to fight for the sovereignty of Trinidad and Tobago. One dictator make a statement that, oh, here what, I could invade any country and do what I want in that country, and the Prime Minister stand up and say, hey, here what, oh, mister, stop right here. Do what you want in your country, but don't come across in my country and feel you can do what you want. And the idiot now jump out to say she was wrong. She shouldn't say that. She should have said, okay, Mr. Maduro, come now, boy, just like how we bring in Del C and the set of narco-traffickers them in the diplomatic center. Come now, you come and we can sit down and we can do what you want in Trinidad and Tobago. That is the patriot we have was as a Prime Minister. That is the man who wants to fight for the sovereignty of Trinidad and Tobago. A man will come and allow over 100,000 people into our country that we fight hard for, pay taxes, suffer in this country, and allow a set of people who you don't know who they are. They could be a rapist, they could be murderers, they could be killers, they could be same terrorists were Maduro saying. He then allowed them to come in this country, where each of the women already made over 3 babies in Trinidad and Tobago, and use up our resources that we mothers and daughters and sisters cannot get when they go to the hospital. That's what this man do, and all you can't see that. All this talking about our Prime Minister when she trying to fix what is right in this country. If this PNM government was the government in Egypt, you know what would happen now? All also the perimeter would have full of squatters. They might have bulldozed down and do illegal quarrying. It might have full of homeless people. And it will still have a set of dotish people supporting the PNM government. So, let me tell you something. You see all this dotish talk where people come and talk a certain nonsense and say, we, every living human being on this planet, supposed to be thankful for the input of America into their society and grateful of America into their life. Because you could say after World War I, after World War II, they changed the culture and the lifestyle of every citizen in this country. The ones who choose to live like North Korea and China and Russia and under communism and oppression, or go them places them and live. Don't be a part of American culture and American lifestyle of democracy and freedom and ability to educate yourself and all these kind of things. Don't resent that. Don't sit down here and talk about America and the lifestyle they give me, and then you're enjoying everything that they bring for you and your family. Don't do that. Go and settle in Venezuela. Go and settle like Stuart Young's stepdaughter in Cuba and thing, and enjoy that. You can't be saying that you don't like pepper, but every time you eat a double, they want pepper in it. Something wrong with all you? Have a good morning, gentlemen. Take care later.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hey, let me say a pleasant good morning to my boy, man. Looking sharp, the deputy political leader, man. I love. Hey, let me check that mic. How you going, my brother? Well, I see well the PNM media trying to make coup through it all here, man. You hear me there, Dada? On the mic there, Lennox. Unmute the mic.
Go ahead,
Yeah, Dada. I see like the PNM media trying to make coup through with all here. Moving the print, yeah. The print like a for here against the partnership, like all here, get away with the partnership, like Gary Griffith, them. I don't know, like they're trying to make things bad for us, something or what?
But you know, Mr. Andy, you know what's going on here. You understand? But as I always tell my brother and my political leader and my comrades, save the best for last. So when people up against us and feel that the partnership is not doing nothing for us, is we heading in to create a fight. Because yes, we open an employment agency as we speak, over 500 employment we're looking for the people. We trying to do a drive of food cards and these things. So when people feel like the partnership not working for we, it's working with us.
Nice.
As I said, Mr. Andy.
Yes, yes. Oh boy. So Akash and the PNM media, while they take that, all the headliners wasn't nice at all. But at the end of the day, those brothers have access to all of us. When they know just that, they clear the air on the important things, and the same plane, they are totally in support of the partner of interest. Yes, yes, yes. You take an next call.
Next Friday we get a phone call. Next Friday afternoon we get a phone call from the Minister of Labour. He's on the way. Right now he's outside the country, telling us that get our act together to head up to Labour Day on the 19th. So the coalition of interest is there. It's strong. It's alive. It's vibrant. And we'll see lots of more of love as we go along.
Nice, nice. Caller, a pleasant good morning to you. What's your contribution in the Ground Report this morning? Let's know where you're calling from. And what's your headliners? Go ahead, caller. Oh boy, this morning the program hot. This morning, boy, everybody, they hot. Nice, so we getting two more calls and then I will organize and take some voice notes in a little bit. Nice.
Morning, Andy. Morning, Andy.
Oh, Mr. Arima.
That's me. Yes, but that's
Oh, well, say, no. You had the same warning to Maduro and the Venezuelan people that support Maduro in Spanish first. You had to say it in Spanish first this morning. No.
A todo el mundo que apoya a Maduro y Cámara y todo el mundo que lo apreciamos en toda parte del mundo. Okay? Gracias. Okay, yeah, so here it is.
I only hope you ain't back talking Kamala there with that there because Rima go tell me.
No, Kamala is my leader here in Trinidad. I understand what it is taking place, but I wanted to talk something about what I call Mr. Bakwa. I had real respect for him. He said people say, but he's a this and that.
You had wait. So you're saying you had real respect for Barapo?
I had. They go on completely today.
So you have no respect for Barapo again?
No, wait a minute. He ain't history at all. He talking about
what make you alright just now? What make you don't have respect for Barapo anymore?
Because he is misleading people. He doesn't know the real history, facts, and so on. He talking about the Japanese, and if they didn't really bomb and Hiroshima and Nagasaki and all these places, these Japanese had given up, right? And it's just that it's a message they wanted to send to Russia and so on. That they understand clear because we have bombs, a massive destruction. This one they call it the atomic bomb. Right? That was just only to put a thing on because they close by Japan and if you know the map, Japan and Russia close by, right? The Japanese had done give up already, right? But they wanted to set an example and show, hey, we have this, right? What taking place in Ukraine today is what America fighting Russia, you know. You know, let's say Ukraine thing because it's American weapons are being used in Ukraine to fight Russia, right? The next thing he talk about concerning the apartheid thing. Time and time again, Nelson Mandela used to always saying, is the Cubans who helped them out. When they went to America to get help, the Americans was supporting the apartheid, right? Was the Russians was giving them weapons to fight against the apartheid. So I don't know where he get that from. That's all I want to say. Have a good morning, right? Okay, que viva la revolución en toda parte del mundo.
He says something there before he go in Spanish again. They better do something so. That's why it is Trinidadian especially all East Indian men. Leave them Spanish women and them alone. It's a language barrier. Why don't they lie down there? The next man talking to them, they go blah, 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 and them talking again baby later, and they don't know what the hell going on. You know? Like all the Trinidadian woman and Indian woman and them right here. What they going on, they understanding they're saying, yeah, baby, later going and get poison. And you ain't know they're saying they're going to get poison later. And you they laughing, yes, baby, you love me. And then she talks she English, say, yes, I love you, baby. And then she go, yeah, we go kill him later. Well, you have to know how to dance and all your own dance. That is a dangerous thing. Language barrier is a dangerous thing when it comes to relationship, you know. You have to know the language to pick up the scenes, to know when they want to poison you. And some of the Indian people, they have money. Right, when they pour themselves their bomb. Right. Or they get them a child or two. Right. The next man who talking will come and live in your house, you know. Oh, well, they feel them, they like it pink. All right. Let me continue. Morning, caller.
Morning. Mr. Andy.
Yeah.
What Lady Jackass on Embry, we have a country to run. Don't pay him no mind. You pay him no mind, you go shut up. Use that time to do what we have to do. It's always going to have haters.
Yes, that is.
We need to control the emotions.
Yes.
Because that's what they want to do. When they get into the emotional stage, you starting to fight back, and they're not studying what you have to do. Just leave them alone. We have a country to run. All the jackasses shut up.
Nice. All right, thank you very much. Yes, Nazali say, yes, Andy, tell them man and woman, let them love their own here in Trinidad. But don't think for the woman. We Trinidadian woman, I being straight is the truth. Whether they're Indian, African, or what, them don't like them Venezuelan man at all. It's not we woman them running down no Venezuelan man. It's we man running down the Venezuelan woman them. All the featuring and woman show them all them Venezuelan man broken. They walking you're featuring against stupid hour. That woman and them my Trini babies do the hands and them. Nice Creole woman and them Trini woman and them they nice. Them want no foreigner, no Venezuelan. They're smart. They want to know if money going to hide somewhere. And the man said he hiding the money. They want to know. They want to know if it's about next house somewhere. Yeah? They may go and put a 7 Venezuelan man, Trinidadian woman. Love me Trini woman and them running down go foreigner. So they them Trinidadian man, especially the East Indian men. Stick with all your own, stick with all your Trinidad and Tobago woman. All your Venezuelan woman mashing up all your good homes. All they bringing a culture in, all their culture there. Don't do that. All they ain't understanding nothing when they're talking about they go poison to take the house and the car and the Range Rover and the business, you know. Alright, some of them married in them. Alright. Know what they're about. Alright, let me continue. I must pick up from a Trinidadian woman and them, you know, them not and that, you know. Them like the Trini man and them. No matter what race, man. This Trinidadian man, boy, oh God, boy. They like it pink. Alright. Pink is a serious color, you know. It's costly, very costly. Pink could cost you your life. Let me continue. Chop it, people. Chop it. Yeah, later go and shoot him. And you know, you do with somebody, how you could beat somebody and you don't know what they're saying right in front of your face. I can't understand. That is like a stupid person, right? I go out. Alright, I drive in. Let me say I go on with one of them women and them and I don't say no the damn language. We drive in. Yeah. The hair blowing. All they like straight here. All the women in them country putting on the weave. And then all the ones that are the real straight here too. So all the Indian and the straight here. And all the Creole. If all the hair straight, we go put TCB. We go straighten the hair. Or we go put on nice human hair weave long so. And so, yeah, I don't complain that. You're going down the road. That's how serious it is, you know. All of a sudden, bam, your car get bounced from behind, they pull up. That person on the phone, yeah, well, look, we passing so now. Look, we now doing so. And you don't know nothing. And you driving into your death. All right, I ain't talking about that no more, you know. Stick with all your Trini woman and them. All right. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Mikey K. What I want to say, on the Trinidad Guardian this morning, Penny says you're going to set up a hotline for people to call the PNM party in case UNC Juvenile problem. Why all these years Penny was at PNM, she didn't set up a hotline for people to call and say what PNM was doing to them. All of a sudden she get bright. She not go on that hole that she was in. Huh? And what's she trying to prove? You know? All these years that PNM was victimizing people, all these things, they didn't set up a hotline to call to say what was going on. Now she decided to set up a hotline to call people to speak against UNC government. These people, they're not right in there. You know? And next one, Faris should have been locked up all now. You know? For that salacious words that they use about the 6 months and about all this kind of thing. What are they waiting on for these people? Lock them and throw the key. And next one, I don't trust Rowley and Stuart Young and them. They're all snakes. They're all snakes in the valley here. You know? What right are Rowley to push him on the people's business? He's not a prime minister. He's not in government. What right are you to push him on the people's business? He's damn fast. What is happening to that? All the Obed Rowley do is still running. all the spirits still running around in Trinidad. You know? And getting into PNM here. And here I'm there that to say this morning.
All right. Oh boy. Watch out. See how Trinidadian man smart? Watch out. Horrors. Horrors say Andy I have a so he like he with a Venezuelan woman. So what you have is he have a Andy I have a tape recorder. I records whole day and let my neighbor translate, laugh out loud. So you with a woman. You are to record whole day in your house, whole day. And then in the evening, you are to go now by a Venezuelan neighbor partner to now translate for you. What's the what a woman doing? But all that work. All that work. You know if all they do all that work with all the Trini woman here. All that work to do, you know. What? If all they do all that work there, boy, them Trini woman go kiss all your foot, fuss it, all they treating them good. But you going through all of that. You are tape recording to record. And you are somebody else. That man who the neighbor, you see the neighbor partner? Or you had the tape recording and that neighbor translating for you at the end of the day, so you to know if she planning anything against you. You're stupid. What you know is he translating for you where he want you to hear because she's sleeping with he too. She with the translator because the translator know the language and you do know it. You're stupid or what?
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
So let me not go down that road. Let me continue serious conversation. All you don't come and make me no excuses here for little bit times Venezuelan woman and them. Stick to all your Trini woman. Don't give me no excuse, but no translator and no videotaping and thing. I want to hear about that no more. I want to hear we need money. We need them to come off the boards and them. And we put people from this government to run the boards. Get rid of them. Yeah, we roads good. We must praise the minister. Look, she get about 600 and something pension people. They wasn't getting pension. It's about 100 and something. She do all of that work. That we want to hear. I don't want nobody give me no excuse about why all you so stupid. Stick to all your own. Dance home. Don't dance abroad. Especially if you have a language barrier. I don't want no more talk on that. Morning, caller.
Good morning, Andy.
Morning to you.
And to Lennox, Mickie, and the Ground Report family. And I would like to convey to the Prime Minister, please let these media briefing be brief, because that is they say media briefing. Akasamaru and them bombarding the woman with 99,000 questions. The media briefing lasts almost an hour. That is not brief. So she should ask them to limit themselves to 2 questions. Should them like children? 2 questions a person. Because Akash and them go on there like they want to find out from where the woman born to when she gonna die. And I think that is two things. They couldn't do that to the PNM. Because already that cut them off long time. So I ask the Prime Minister, please, let these people know 2 questions per media house, and that is it. It's a briefing. It's not a political meeting. They carry the thing to almost an hour. Guys, I have to say this morning.
All right. Oh boy, let me ask Dada. Dada, what so far that you are pleased with? You all being part of the coalition of interest when it coming to the government, this new government, and what you pleased they have done so far. In mere, maybe about a month, maybe barely a month yet. Let me hear you. Unmute the mic there, Lennox Smith. Let me hear where Dada, because he's the deputy political leader. Yeah. And we know the PNM media trying to bring back
Yes, my brother Andy.
Yes, man.
So far, we pleased is that we win a lot too, but we ain't collect money yet. The place is light. All the jumbie is gone. All the PNM night is gone. The only one problem we have is that we're still under PNM in border Spain. But in next coming years, we will remove them from local government, step 1. And then next general election, we remove that. But right now, the ground is nice, the ground is set for a revolution of love to take over the East Port of Spain, Laventille, and Port of Spain South. So right now, we're not driving gear, we're feeling good, the place is feeling great. We win the lotto, but Andy, we have to have no money as yet. So Mr. Andy, just give us time and you'll see how we will be blossoming into nice fruit trees in Port of Spain.
Nice.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang. I hope the PNM media, Akash and all, they realize that love is political leader and its deputy political leader supports the coalition of interest 100% and is happy with the arrangement so far. And that print only print there to try to make things look a kind of way like it have a war now. Like, oh, no, don't do them that at all. Don't do them that. That's what the Gong report is here for. And make sure that kind of nonsense will continue going on. Nice, let's continue. Huh? Nice. Because sure when you all see the headliners, you all want to know about how the PNM media making it look like only fighting down the new government. So you all know
I called my political leader one time. I called him one time. I said, Mr. Lennox, what were they printing here? But you know people, you know the PNMites. We just started.
Yeah,
we just started.
Nah, you don't trust them. They see all they bearing fruits. So they want to make bacchanal and they want to bring a split between Ole and the Honorable Kamala Prasad, Session UNC. But I'm happy this morning, both of you all are on. And you all are saying, in no way. You all, in no way, agree with them kind of headliners there. And that you all fully in support of the coalition of interest and its leader, Kamala Prasad Session. Very good, very good. Let me continue. Let me get some voice notes. Yes, let me get some voice.
It's the only way to go. It's the only way to go. We have said that from time immemorial. So the PNM days are numbered, and our mission now is, of course, is to relegate them to the dustbin of political history. That is what has happened. Read about them in social studies books.
Nice.
Good morning, Andy. Just one question, because I hear you mention it. Does it still have East Indian in this country? I thought all East Indian died out maybe 50 years ago or so.
Huh? Now your question you ask me, why? If it, but I don't know what I want to know now, do, because I feel like you ask me if does it have East Indians in Trinidad and Tobago? You answer that question. I ain't want to answer that. Let me just play back that once more and see if that's what the man asked me. That question too easy for me to answer. I feel you know the answer to that already. Let me hear.
Good morning, Andy. Just one question, because I hear you mention it. Does it still have East Indian in this country? I thought all East Indian died out maybe 50 years ago or so.
Oh, you talking East Indian? Well, I talking Indian, East Indian in my book, East Indian. But it have all in the out in East Indian and Indian all in the out and thing, right? So look at answer question. Look at that. Go to the top of the class. I feel you already don't know the answer, you know. I feel it just being sarcastic. Yeah. But does it have African people in Trinidad and Tobago of African heritage or not? Or all of them die out? They throw them off the boat on the way here during slavery. They didn't reach. Look, I ask you back a question. Say, once someone get a chance, send back a voice note now. And let me know, give me the answer for that. Let me continue.
Pleasant good morning, Andy. Pleasant good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I have a little problem this morning, and it's not I alone. Concerning the La Hoqueta drivers, the destination is Arima La Hoqueta, but they made the destination to shops of Arima. So how is it that the rest of passengers going to get home? They have to depend on the private cars, including some of the officers also, you know. And I know the police doing their job, but sometimes they go beyond that and they do a little too much, and they make people very uncomfortable. So how are we going to get home? Another thing is that the maxi drivers, the bus route is from Arima to Port of Spain. The other thing is that everybody can't afford to pay $10 if you take the maxi stand. $10 to whichever part that you're dropping. Any part on the highway is $10 you have to pay. When you take the maxis that might be just running the route and not going on the maxi stand, you will pay the main road price. If you take a main road maxi, you're going to have to drop on the main road, and it's a distance sometimes for people, and it's not everybody is healthy and strong. You know, you're going to get to your destination. So if you take a main road taxi, you're going to have to stop. And then the distance is so far at times. So they help the passengers, you know, the main road. And they get so much problems in Arima. So I really wish and pray that somebody could deal with that and make life easier for people. And this is not about this government. These police, that's all they do, give tickets. That is policing in Trinidad. Tickets. And they don't even know what they're giving the ticket for. Some are drunk people on the road. They're speeding on the road like if they're on a racetrack. And nobody looking at that. I am on the highway yesterday because I am a driver also. On the highway. And you swear to God that you're on a racetrack. You know, so if somebody could look into that, I'll be really thankful. So you all have a blessed day. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Annie, good morning. I seen the Trinidad Guardian this morning news where Penny says she's going to set up a PNM help hotline for people who is victims of political party and ruthless government. What she wants to say, USA ruthless government, why she didn't set up that when PNM was there to deal with PNM problem and to deal with the people. Should we just set up hotline now? You see all these people now going to the hole. They're deep down in a hole. When Robert was there, they couldn't open them out. They had to cover themselves with mud and stay there, and now they come out. And they're all talking. And next one, Farage should be locked up. So he continue instigating, what is it, still fearing people. He should have been locked up on the very first time he was about 6 months and destabilizing the economy in the country. You see? So he should be locked up. Anyhow, Penny, try your best. You might think that once and after this thing.
Good morning, Andy. Calling in connection with the same wastewater pipe that is running in C3 Circle. Mr. Hens Devines, the MP for the area, he leave a number on Facebook saying anybody could contact him. He will be in office from 6 o'clock in the morning. He didn't say up to what time. I tried calling him to get some help with this thing because this is his constituency. I haven't gotten no reply. He said call from 6. I called Minister 7 and I haven't get no reply from the number that he put up. So hence the Veens, your mama guy and people in your constituency, I did not vote for you, hence the Veens. I want this thing fixed. Hence the Veens, get up and do your work because I'm going to keep tormenting you. I will go by the borough and make a set of noise with a crew from in Bagatelle. Watching you will see. Hence, the Veens come in and see about your business. People suffering, the street big and stink and dirty.
Squatch. Oh boy.
And I watching the football match between Trinidad and Tobago and St. Vincent Friday night on the TV, right? And the cameraman pick up on Stuart Young, right? Because he was there watching the football. They show you the man, right? And after that, if Trinidad footballer went and take a penalty, he can miss. They show you back Stuart Young again. After that, they just show you in seconds the St. Vincent people run up and score a goal against Trinidad. So anytime you see Stuart Young come on your screen, all your clothes on your head, it's bad luck for this country. It's gold in me tail. That's what we get. He's such a blight. On and off the field. Have a good day, Andy. Yes, Andy. We put in all of them crazy sycophants in the front line. We put in Dinesh Rambali, Pastor Google, Larry Lala, Victor Roberts, Marsha Walker, that next big mouth one, Rhoda Barrett, all of them in the front line. Let them collect bullet, right? Let the Venezuelan deal with them first. Bullet for them. Have a good day, Andy.
Right, so those of you who might not understand what he's saying, he's talking about just in case Trinidad and Tobago, alright, because you know that they're stupid, bullet for them, they will say, look, they're encouraging some kind of thing to shoot people. And just in case Trinidad and Tobago is end up in any war with Venezuela, we advocate that we sending all the illegal gun holders, we give them amnesty, them go to the front line. Remember them bad, them shooting people, pow, pow! Yeah, so we go with all the shooters at the time in Trinidad that killing all people. We gain them a gun embassy and we paying them too. They'll get 20,000 a head. We sending them in the front line to fight a war against Venezuela. And when my boy there, he's saying he want to send Rhoda Barak and Gogol and Marsha Walker. They said she's in Ministry of Mako. That's the work she get. Minister of Mako in people business, Kamala business. And they want to send Dennis Ramboli and Anita Haynes and them right after Trinidad Bad Boys. Remember Trinidad Bad Boys bad, you know? So them go with them alone, with Anita Haynes and them go win the war for we. Yeah. Nice, let me continue those voice notes here quick. Let me play out some of them there. I ain't what them say, I ain't playing the voice note. Hey, people spend no time, you ain't pay me voice note, boy. Right, somebody sent a message, good morning to you all from Florida. Dr. Maharaj. Hey, Maharaj, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, boy, Florida and all lock on. That's what we talking about. Right, somebody sent a message, Andy morning, why they don't open the courthouse? Real people are saying it's about time the courthouse open where people can go into the courthouse to deal with the cases. So they say open the courthouse. They say they're fed up. They want the courthouse open. Right, what else? Let me see here quick. Boom, 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 boom. Anything else here? Yeah, the ground report is the voice of the people, you know. Let's hear this voice note.
Morning ground report. You see what I'm telling you about gas melody? You hear the kind of statement she making about she get a PNM about PNM churn. We talking about PNM churn is Trinidad and Tobago, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You see how the country divided? Them people, them know what they're doing, you know. And it's only the people who illiterate go follow them. You talk how you go up and say about PNM people, PNM churn. It's them who destroying this country, boy. You get rid of them gas melody and get rid of them, boy.
Yes.
Andy, morning. I sent a clip this morning.
Oh, you send the Monroe clip. All right. Hey, let me say a pleasant good morning to Mikey the Mighty K. A pleasant good morning to you, my brother.
Good morning to you, my brother. Loud and clear?
Loud and clear. That's what we're talking about.
My brother, Andy Pitbull Williams. Morning to you, political leader of love. To our technical director and everyone that's locked on. Good morning indeed.
I know the deputy political leader there to decide them there. Dada.
Hey, Dada, pleasant good morning to you, my friend. Pleasant
my brother.
Yeah, well, they now come on there, Mikey K. They had an interview now. And Akash, the papers state about, like evidence, they have a problem, like the love have a problem with the UNC. So they was clearing the air on that now. Now they have no problem and they are part of the partnership and everything is good with them.
All right. Okay. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Well, you know, mainstream media has their objective. They have their agenda. So you can't expect anything different from them. One has to be cautious
Very
when
cautious.
talking to these media houses. Very, very cautious.
Because they could
But
spin dog that whole thing.
yes, I've heard other people tell me the same thing in a short space of time. They too have been victims of those who want to skew the facts. So one has to be very, very careful. So where we at, gentlemen? Where we at?
Well, what's stopping the headliners is the
Gentlemen, in our case, they left out and about 2/3 of the reason for calling the press conference, which was, of course, to criticize Al-Rari for his almost, if not actual, seditious comments that he expects that the coalition of interest and the UNC to last 12 months. And then he went on to say that his information is mass retrenchment of URP, CPEP, and so on, attempting, of course, to commingle the ordinary Joe who is looking for a little 10 days or a little 5 days, as the case may be, to those that they put there as political operatives. That is what we were very concerned about. And we understand the intent of Al-Rari to undermine the administration, and nothing was said, at least in that particular article that was written by Akash. So we thought so of course we were on social media over the weekend, etc. Of course, making certain that message goes out. And Andy has a clip with him right now that will of course certify that. Yes.
I'm gonna play that day quick. Boom, boom, boom. That's what we're talking
The
about.
political leader of Love, Lennox Smith, has insisted that every Trimbagonian must be concerned with the bordering subversive statements by PNM rejected San Fernando West candidate Al Wary that includes giving the present government 12 months or the deliberately false utterance. There will be mass retrenchment in CPEP and URP by the present government, representing Al Wary and PNM's power greed desperation and shamelessly not accepting that both were defeated at the April 28th general elections. Smith added that this level of deliberate misrepresentation and no doubt incitement Al Wary and the PNM's leadership conscientiously attempting to rally their waning political troops must be irksomely frustrating for these anti-democratic PNM mules, falling on unfertile ears as they have, and will not produce the unpatriotic traction intended to spur action in the minute PNM acknowledge and increasingly emaciated following.
What I'm absolutely sure about is that I give the UNC maximum 12 months before they implode. There are 10,000 CPEP workers, 10,000 URP workers, 2,700 forestry workers, daily paid workers. There are thousands of contract workers. I understand that there are mass firings. I understand that people are being threatened.
All
There
right.
you go. So you understand why we would have been concerned to defend, and of course we said in all certain terms we will be proactive during the campaign. We deliberately, of course, took a back seat, so to speak, as we, of course, silently were able to generate as a record in the laboratories in terms of our candidate, and of course the result demonstrates that. But the fact of the matter is that all of us have a duty to defend the administration, and we said in uncertain terms then, I didn't even see that in the article, that we will now be proactive in defending. In fact, we are having another press conference on Wednesday, where of course EBC will be the focus, and I don't think that they will have an opportunity there to, of course, try to twist or to subvert or to in any way deflect misinformation and disinformation on that one, because it's about EBC and the fact that they have been tardy and procrastinating the formal results that we have been asking for. And in fact, we have a check up there this morning to, of course, complain to the Chief Elections Officer that we have not gotten officially all of the PDs that we are asked, I think about 7 of them, that is still outstanding, that we need to know, because we are laboring under the possibility that PNM's early concession that they lost the elections on the night of the 28th of April could have been that they preferred, of course, to cut their losses because they would have preferred any day to lose a whole election than to lose any one of the 11 tills.
That is true. So, all of you is a message here because I want to hear what's on Mickie K front burner this morning. Somebody sent a message. When PNM was running Trinidad, they run here like gangster leaders. And so they continue in their gangster behavior. Yeah, Mickie. What caught you? They talk about Darcy Dolly and she trained over with the she talk about Darcy Dolly. They talk about she on top of the line. It are many other headliners that are trending right now. But what's one caught you, or do you have one that we ain't hear about right now?
My thing too is that my advice is that if there's any press conferences going into the future, that it has to be streamed on real media where it's not diluted, where people are accustomed getting their facts from. That's why, of course, you can get the Observer and what have you on there, because that's what people want to do. They want to gravitate to things that are not going to be skewed. The facts is going to be laid out for them. I personally have no trust and confidence in legacy media. I mean, like I said, they have their agenda and we have to circumvent that and rise to the facts that we cannot depend on them. So again, my advice is to make sure that you stream, that our people, the people who understand and reach out to the facts, they're able to access it and get it without having people chop things up and lay out their own agenda between your narrative. That's something that I believe needs to be looked at.
Nice. And what is
looking at the Gatsby Dolly thing, she said locking up students can't be the plan, which I think is very strange. Former Education Minister Dr. Naim Gatsby Dolly is not impressed. Well, that's something. Is not impressed by the government's move to expel students who perpetrate acts of violence in school. The former minister said incidents of school violence have already been reported to the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. However, she warned government that locking up young people cannot be your plan. Gatsby Dolly said Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessa's announcement is nothing new. Acts of school violence are routinely reported to the TTPS and are already punishable by expulsion. I want to repeat that. Acts of school violence are routinely reported to the TTPS and are already punishable by expulsion. The Prime Minister has added nothing new or helpful to the conversation, she said. And she also questioned the government's plans for students after they are expelled. Now, she said that that's the norm. They're already expelled. That's the policy in place. Now she has a concern of what government is going to do after these students have been removed from the school environment. Now, bear in mind, this is a one who was part of a government that didn't care when her leader, the Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister, said that 2,000 plus fell through the cracks in the heights of a pandemic. She didn't care when, in fact, that he said that there was no need for laptops, so our students would never evolve into being on par with the global market. She was not concerned about any of those things. And now she has a problem where you have a Prime Minister who's standing up boldly and saying, listen, you send your children to school and the main objective there is to learn, not to fight and not to engage in criminal activity. Understand that. So she is saying that that in itself is not going to work. So tell me what's going to work. To have young people come out of school and not understand the consequences of their actions, that you can't just stand by and record a fight and cheer people on and say, yeah, girl, hit she. That we're talking about. You too have to be held accountable. That is the facts. We as adults who live in society understand these consequences. When the police come, they don't care that you were just some sort of innocent bystander. You going down too. You are part and parcel of the problem. And the Prime Minister has made it quite clear, enough is enough. If you want to play big, if you want to play big woman and big man and go to school and disrupt the entire system, there are consequences, whether you like it or not. You don't send your children to school for them to be parenting. That is not the role of the teacher. When you send them out there, you have been able to instill the discipline and instill in them all the things that they need for the good characteristics to go out there and obtain a good education. You're talking about a government that has always made education a top priority. So let's don't play games here, Gatsby Dolly. Don't play games here at all. You know quite well the time has come for action to be taken.
But my
So
friend, it
true.
appears that she is bipolar too, some kind of schizophrenic attack. Because here it is, she also said that when she focused on the PNM children, you know. I mean,
Yes.
and
National.
I was so stunned and in disbelief that I was saying that that is some kind of AI production. It could be. It had to be artificially intelligent feature, and not she actually saying that. But I was told that she said it at I think at a function where, of course, they are vying for the internal battle to see who could turn out to be the leader of the party. So there's some kind of mental derangement taking place among those people
Their,
who
their,
are not spokespersons for the PNM.
their logic is way off. There's always some impotence in their intelligence. I mean, to even come out and say that in the heights of the pandemic, you were able to manage school violence. But of course, the children were not in school. So what are you talking about? Again, and this is the madness that they try to sell to us as being logic. They simply have a lot to say now. And a lot of people are opening their mouths. Many people all of a sudden are waking up and their eyes are opening. Why? Because they want to hitch their wagon onto the new administration led by Kamala Prasad Bissessa. We have to stand firm. We have to know who is who, because at the end of the day, not everybody who comes smiling and talking about us in any sort of positive way can be trusted. They simply cannot be. Not everybody is everybody. So we need to understand that.
Are we on that, Gael, gentlemen? Because somebody just called to say that they are not picking up. And she
All right,
normally would be
I'll
on
check
time.
that. I'll check that. You go ahead.
All right, let's go. Let's the lines are open, Trinidad and Tobago. I'll do some more voice notes by the time we wait your live calls. You all make it short and sweet. Let us know where you're calling from. Raise your issue. Yes, make sure you raise your issue, callers. All right, make sure you raise your issue. Right. So let me continue these voice notes by the time.
Andy, good morning again to you, Lennox, his guest, Mikey, and to everybody out there. Andy, when Mrs. Prasad Bissessa won the elections on the 28th of April, she inherited the Jesus abilities. The abilities to let the mute speak, the blind see, and the deaf hear. Because suddenly now, everybody who were deaf, dumb, and blind before, they have gotten their voices. And as the time goes on, that Jesus ability will strengthen, and she will heal the sick.
Call back after
The
Kailash.
lame will walk, and everybody, and she is going to raise the dead as well. So it's just a matter of time, and I feel before the 100 days that is going to happen. Because with only how many days in office? Today's the 9th, 39 days in office. The things that they expect this lady to do, it will take a miracle. They didn't ask for a miracle for the last 10 years. They sat down quietly and they took what Rowley was doing then. And now deaf, dumb, and blind Penny, she should get a healing from Gamla. Right? And I think she got one. I think she got one. Because now she found her voice. It was in her pocket all the time. Right? And now she found it. To come here to talk a set of nonsense about setting up hotline. Why she didn't set up hotline for the people that the PNM distressed, because she was part and parcel of it. She was part and parcel of it. So I don't know where these people coming from, how they are getting healed like that. Come down to visit the hospitals, because there's a miracle going on with the UNC. And thanks a lot and have a good morning.
Thank you very much, the Santa Cruz. The cannot you can call back. All the lines are open. So long as they don't have no calls, I will play the voice notes.
We are on Gael. We are on Gael. Yes, we are.
Yeah, there's something wrong with them.
You'll have to unmute your mic, Lennox, if you want to get in.
Morning, Andy. Kendrick, how you doing? Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Hey, what Miss Santa Cruz saying is correct, Do not leave no PNM associate in any place of the government place of a many decision. Because they will not be for, they will undermine UNC. They will undermine Kamala. Honorable Kamala. They'll undermine her, I know what I'm saying. That's what they're there for. And until the end,
The
of the
political
5
leader
years,
of
you
Love,
see,
Lennox
you will
Smith,
see what
has
I'm talking
insisted that every Trimbagonian must be concerned with the bordering subversive statements by PNM rejected San Fernando West candidate Al Wary that includes giving the present government.
PNM, come out of the studio. There's only Jumbie here, boy. Just so right through this thing when he starting, boy. Alright, let me continue this thing there while we taking some calls, yes? I can understand that. Morning caller.
Hi, Andy. Good morning.
Hi, good morning to you, caller. Where you calling from? And what's your contribution on the ground
Calling
report?
from City Valley. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Well, Andy, yesterday I realized.
Oh, don't forget Lennox Smith and Mickie there.
Well, Andy and Lennox and Mickie. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Andy, yesterday I realized why Gatsby Dolly did nothing about the school bullying. For you to come out and say the grandmother is PNM, the mother is PNM, the father is PNM, obviously the children will be PNM too. You as a former Minister of Education, this is what you come out and tell Trinidad and Tobago? So, now that Mr. Sabi says he's putting things in place, you're concerned and you're worried. You wasn't concerned. You shield the PNM people, you shield the grandmother and everybody else. Don't touch them. And this is what we, the citizens of this country, the school children, the PNM school children, have to face because it's PNM. This is really PNM country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's continue. I want to just reset all the thing. We are on guy. About last
I think I'm calling you this morning, boy. Have a blessed Andy, have a blessed Lennox Smith, and Mickie, all have a blessed and pleasant day.
All right, have a blessed day too. Okay. All the lines are open for calls, but I'll play the voice notes by the time.
And Andy, I forgot to tell you, I remember when Manning was in government. He and Chavez were very good friends. And I remember Chavez saying something about, Trinidad and Tobago belong to Venezuela, and we come in, one of these days we come in for it, or something like that, to that effect. And after that, Manning was putting up street signs in Spanish. Somebody told me there's one downtown still. They have street sign, he started putting street signs in Spanish, right? But he got kicked out about his house before he finished it. But I want to tell people this started under him, and this what do you call him, old Mr. Young, he and Rowley in bed with Maduro, so they are the ones who carry all this crap that's going on here. They brought the Venezuelans in, especially to do this nonsense. Pack them back where they belong. And sorry I had to call again. That man saying Mr. Successor or Prime Minister attacking his leader in Venezuela, that man is a real, I don't want to use the word, Andy. I don't want to use the word. It's right in the tip of the tongue. If Maduro is his leader, his partner, he loves Maduro. Oh, your son, go to Venezuela and live. Don't stay here. Go there. Don't come and talk about my Prime Minister, how she attacking him. So he not attacking Trinidad and using threats here? This is that man, or you should have cut the tail off the phone, cut him off.
Yes, that is Mr. Arima. Oh my gosh. Go ahead, next caller. Cannot you hold 1 minute? You hold on 1 minute. Go ahead, caller. Good morning to you, caller. Go ahead. Cannot hold 1 minute. The line's full all there. Go ahead. There's calls. Go ahead.
I want to say a good morning to the ground report.
Hey, good morning to you, ma'am.
To Lennox, Smith, Andy, and Mickie K. This is where the small voices are being heard. And my little contribution, I'm from Grandy, my little contribution this morning is to state that I am proud of the Prime Minister we have right now. I'm proud of the decision she's making. I feel safe at the things she's talking about with the schools and the judgment she's going to hand down in the schools and the judgment she has handed out to the Venezuelan people to let them realize that this is Trinidad and Tobago country and they can't come in here when they want. She's showing them to have respect for Trinidad and Tobago. And this is what it's all about. And every time that the PNM people, when I say the PNM people like Rowley and all these other old ministers who was there before, every time they come out and say something, it makes us see them for who they are. They are evil. They're wicked. Even the one who says she's Minister of Education, the statement she's making about the children is showing us how small-minded and wicked this woman had always been. Look at how she walked all the way. What is she on constituency? The woman who in Arima, when she burned down and when she children, she's the one walking over here, and she, and all of them are nasty, all of them are sick, and every time they talk to us, and they come up and they're all for them, but when they bring them out, we the children of Tobago see how evil and wicked it is. And this is my contribution.
All right. Thank you for that contribution. Go ahead, Mr. Carnage. Good morning to you.
Yeah, pleasant good morning, my brother Andy, Mickie, pleasant good morning to you, Lennox Smith, Trinidad and Tobago, pleasant good morning to you all. Trinidad and Tobago, listen again, please. Trinidad and Tobago, all you seeing, all you a lot of people are understanding what's going on, you know. The PNM lost the election, and the PNM was with the notion that they would win back the election, you know. That is why they make all them Kalalu and all them calamity. You understand? Trinidad and Tobago, you see that thing going on with Trinidad and Venezuela, all they have no fear. We're not living south of Russia, we're not living south of China, we live in South America and all you. You understand? And I telling all you, if all you don't know, you must listen and learn and understand. Maduro not taking going to talk to come and interfere with Trinidad when no war is concerned. So all that's at a war talk and we looking to fight and it's not a fight. And Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, what she did is the right thing. Sovereign state, sovereign border, she's standing up for she country. It come like the same law she want to pass now. Stand your grounds. You understand? She's standing, she grounds for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And people, it's time all start to realize the things that Rowley and Stuart and Anwari and them do. And all start to feel it now. Any destabilization, when they're trying to destabilize the government, is Rowley and them using the Maduro administration to destabilize the Kamala Persad-Bissessar government. What happened to all you? A blind man could see that. A blind person could see that Trinidad and Tobago. Look, Mr. Gary Griffith, I have something for you, you know. And you want to have for Mr. Gary Griffith. Mr. Gary Griffith, I used to respect you. Right? Because there's a man know certain things when military is concerned. Right? As a result of that, people, Mr. Gary Griffith, instead of you take it upon yourself and sit down with the woman and negotiate, you have a bench, you have a chair, you have a seat, but you want to negotiate for things that you want, and because you can't get your way, you're going and you open a political entity. You Stuart on them. You can remember when I was by the Oval registering, you was the commissioner of police at that time. He was the commissioner of police. All you was just saying the same Spanish and them to the same chief.
Wait, not the commissioner of police. Who was the commissioner of police? Gary or Stuart Young was the national security minister? I don't.
Yeah, but Gary was the commissioner at that time.
Correct. Go ahead.
You understand? So all you have to remember what it is going on. And when all you want to hear things, wait until the review, the review budget, and all you going to realize this quantumania and the nastiness that PNM do to me, that they're trying to hide it so much. They want to topple the government. So they know that thing right now, what it is there, that government what they know is that I said that wise thinking people, and any other take it, trust me people. They realize people go get locked up. So what it is they're doing now, they're trying to make bacchanal to destabilize the government. But the wise thinking people in Trinidad and Tobago just let me continue supporting the UNC government, and trust me, everything will change. Just give you some time, people. Locked on and listen with us.
Thank you. COP, hold 1 minute. Next caller.
Andy.
Yes, man. Go ahead, caller. Where you calling from?
Lennox, Andy, Mickie did your neighbor. Call from St. Joseph, Andy.
All right, go ahead, St. Joseph.
Andy, hear this. I agree with a caller in that say that when Kamala they having the after cabinet meetings, the press meetings. Limit these reporters. In any other establishment, they limit the reporter. There's somebody monitoring the reporters. Okay, your turn. Okay, your turn. All of them just want to talk and ask 4, 5, 7, 8, 10. You understand? Monitor them and limit them. Are the person is a briefing. It's a briefing because they only want to topple Kamala and make Kamala look bad. So limit them from it, please. Mickie, you can take a big part in that. You know, mention it to Kamala, limit them because they only want to Kamala to make a mistake so they can print it up. They can put it up. Limit them from it, please, because this happens with Rory. Because Rory didn't even have so many reporters. With Rory didn't even know how many. It had so many reporters. Joel was one of the main reporters used to question him. Other than that, you didn't know it didn't have so many. So why did they must do so now? Because Kamala in charge. That is wrong. That is wrong. Limit the reporters and questioning. Thank you.
Thank you. Before COP, let me just think out this day. Abigail say pressure for the Venezuelans come August the 31st. The UN is going to stop funding for these refugees. Wow, I didn't know that. Well, let's see if the UN will be doing that when that time reach. Semantic 62 is saying, Semantic 62 saying, what about the PNM children who getting the licks, Dolly? Meaning, at the end of the day, the fighters, the same PNM children, Dolly, they're talking about, that beaten, is the same PNM children again beat. You fool. Lord of mercy. Let me continue. Morning caller, go ahead, COP. Where's COP? Like you ain't holding on or what? Go ahead, COP. Wait, just let me take a next call by the time COP calling back. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Morning caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Good morning.
Good morning. Where are you calling from?
Good morning, gentlemen. I agree with the gentleman that just called in. Limit the reporters, right? Limit them. I agree with that. And Mr. Mickie K, you can pass the message on to our Prime Minister. Limit them.
All right. And where are you calling from, caller? What area? Oh, you just say limit them. All right. Next caller. Morning caller.
Good morning. Good morning to you, Andy Williams.
Good morning to you,
Good morning to you, Lennox Smith. And good morning to you, Mickie K. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
Morning, sir. Morning.
Morning. As a citizen of this country, I observing what's taking place in this country. And I ask myself, what is the responsibility of mainstream media? And what is the responsibility of the PNM and the citizens of this country? Because how could we allow a murderer to say, well, all right, assassins coming from Trinidad, I want to disrupt the country over here. And murderer mentioned, if they have to invade the country, they will do that to find the criminals and them. The media don't know to tell the Venezuelan government, no, that is wrong, you cannot do that. Why is the media only bringing up controversial stories to create a confusion amongst Trinidad and Venezuela? When Venezuela mentioned that they can invade our country and just find whatever, is the Prime Minister's responsibility to respond to them and say, no, you can't do that. Any unidentified vessels coming in our water or in any other country, they will take responsibility. But the media of Trinidad and Tobago and the PNM supporters and the PNM party not telling us that. They're trying to make a confusion, a political confusion. Dr. Rowley, what are you doing that for? I thought you resigned and you going to rest. But yet still you're calling a Venezuelan counterpart to answer back and answer back. CNC3, stop doing what all you're doing. Because it make no sense. It make no sense. It's amazing. Wrong report. And citizens of this country, to hear Gaspidori speaking about the solution that the Honorable Prime Minister have for the education system. And Gaspidoli will mention they are PNM children.
Hold 1 minute.
They
Lennox
are PNM mothers.
Hold on a minute. Lennox Smith, we still senior here? If you block off, we still senior. All right, go ahead, caller.
Yes. She mentioned they are PNM children, they are PNM mothers, fathers, and they're from the PNM party. Gaspinori, you see that 15-year-old child and 16-year-old child that fighting over there? In 2010 and 2015, when you become education minister, that child was 7 years. You take away the laptop from the children and them. They get no education under your ministry. They fail miserably. You do nothing towards them. Because you know they were PNM children fighting and misbehaving and getting on bad. That didn't draw your attention to say no, the mothers and fathers need help. You know it's poor single mothers and fathers, PNM mothers and fathers, that children behaving that way. Gaspidori. You know recognize that. 10 years. You give the mother and father no opportunity. Your government fire all the mother and fathers. You give them no work. And you know that is PNM mothers and fathers. And we must, the PNM Women's League must come out and help them when you're out of office. Gaspidori, under the Ministry of Education, under you spend over 65 billion bleeping dollars, taxpayers' money. Over 65 billion bleeping dollars you spend in your ministry. What you did for those vulnerable children and them? All the learning centers in this country, it closed down under your watch. You spend more time in the hair salon, 65% of your ministerial time in the hair salon. And you now know there are disadvantaged children in the Ministry of Education, and there's PNM supporters children. The Commissioner of Police should investigate you for saying that. That was so wrong. A real mother and a real parent don't use them kind of thing. Why you didn't say they are citizens of this country? Why you didn't say we neglect you for 10 years as supporters? We neglect you. Why you didn't say the truth? It is so sad to see when a government come in power and doing the right thing. It have people like the PNM party will indulge itself in mischievous conduct, controversial topic, sarcastic words to try and make a government look bad. You already know 1 or 5 weeks now. Thank you, ground reporter.
Thank you so much. The lines are open, Trinidad and Tobago. The lines are open. Oh boy. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Yay, Andy. Morning. Morning to the big man. Morning to the big old man.
Hold on, Ramnarine. Go ahead, Mr. Laukita.
Yay, morning to the big old man. Morning to Andy, Mickie. Morning to Antobago. Andy, let me tell you something. Call a spade. Gaspidoli, if I educated one, I can feel more disappointed with you, girl. All you understand is Dr. Ravi, a few years ago in his office, he said that he came out and he said that talk to all the children, they're like hyenas in the African jungle, fighting down one another. That was one of the things. Next thing he come back and say the other day about African men, but put down the guns. He won't play and he talk it. So I guess what all you come out and say. You're only fooling yourself, guys, what all PLM children. We know the PLM children, the African children, come out and say it. If anybody else said they would say they're talking race and they're talking race. So you don't want to look like a talking race if you kind of polish it about African children. Them in the China doing all the crime in the school. All the schools, check and see who doing all the fighting. So they tell them about. In between, you might see a fight in some other school. But all the girls there, them common school, from common entrance school thing. All of them is the African children were fighting in school. So we get African man, because I'm African man, I go put my foot on my head and say no. They say we're doing all this thing in the country. So when Kamala talking about the other, she said they would have to face the music and charge him as an adult or everything. She talking about Kamala want to jail the children. But them children, they're supposed to be in jail. You can't tell me my children go to school and trying to learn and all they come all this stupidness and taxing and want to beat and want to that. And every time you watch a bacchanal on the TV, and I don't know any one of them things. So you can see who the children are fighting in school. Oh God, all the top way, I'm afraid to say that. It's the African children that is doing all the fighting in school. And if you go to the prisons, it's 95% of the prison in Romania is African. It's Mr. Laukeda talking a big, strong black African. So let them understand that. I ain't going to know what you know about and talk. And they are after listening, right?
Thank you very much. Next caller, morning caller. Go ahead, Mr. Anwine.
Andy, good morning. What I want to say is that the government should ban all these media houses when they have press conference. Don't allow any one of them from the CNC3 or Guardian or Next Press. Ban all of them. Let them stand up outside.
All right, so let them stand up outside. All right. I ain't singing too democratic, you know, Mr. Ramarine. I can understand limiting the questions, but you're banning them and let them stay outside. Oh God, you're coming across here like a rowdy PNM administration day. Go ahead, caller, morning. Go ahead, caller, morning. Oh boy. Go ahead, Winston, morning. Morning.
Pleasant good morning, Andy. Ann Brown here. Mr. Lennox, IPK, Director of Kyle Family, and all on the live stream. This morning, I would like to say that I stand by my political leader and her statement concerning Maduro. I am positive that she was briefed before she spoke. Whenever you are president, a prime minister, you're in charge of all your people.
Hold on.
Very good statement. Next, Honorable Leader, when you're having your media briefings, please limit those reporters to 2 callers apiece. They couldn't question the past regime with 101 questions. Ridiculous. Lastly, I would like to address the callers. Please give our honorable political leader her respect. It is not Kamala. Please address her by her correct title. Thank you and have a blessed day, gentlemen.
Yes, yes. Oh boy, oh boy. Go ahead, Mon. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning.
Hi, go ahead. Where you calling from and what's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Calling from St. Joseph.
St. Joseph?
Now, yes, I was a teacher, head of department, without pay, of course. Yet the last one, head of department, you was only acting under the PNM, right? Because they probably thief out all the money since then. Then I was a vice principal acting, then I was a confirmed vice principal, and then I retired as an acting principal of a high school pre-sal. Now, I agree 100% with my prime minister. She's doing something about the school violence. I remember when I was teaching in Baratara Junior Sec, which sometimes people call Helltown, because the children come from Laventille and see lots and move and all that. And I try to be nice to all of them. And I used to make jokes and they used to enjoy it. I say, but when we start work on the board, we have to get serious, because I want, when you see I driving my nice car, and all you fail, all your exam, all you do say, look, he go in there, He drive a nice car, but he never teach us. I want to let her drive a nice car like me. Will you understand that? And they say yes. But there was a other side of the coin too. There was one who was saying that, you know, so you only beating the African children. Why beat the Indian children? Now all the Indian children sitting in front, and they're taking the notes and they're doing their work. So I say, why must be the Indian children? Look, they're doing their work. And if you do your work, you won't get licks. Now there was a girl when I was Dean of Discipline, head Dean of Discipline, you know, boys running down the corridor, and she cursing the four-letter word and all this kind of thing. And I being a disciplinarian from birth, I called her, I said, what's wrong with you? You are a girl, why are you cursing and getting on like this? And she said, her father is Earl Fatboy Lewis, and he's a criminal, and he will come and get you, and I will tell, and listen, and I will tell everybody that you touch me on my breast. And my students listen, who I teach African, Redskin, Indian, and otherwise, and two teachers heard when she said so. And the next one, big mouth one called Roxanne, don't see like a dustbin. She come up and say, yes, yes, yes. And I will tell them that he ripped my shirt pocket, and in front of everybody, she ripped the shirt pocket. Now I ain't touch the girl because I have sense. My father was a headmaster in primary school. I know you don't touch girl children so, because you could get in trouble. Anyway, they had investigation. Officer Macmillan, acting inspector or something, so came from the Bartara police station. They do their checks and so on. They interview teachers, they interview students. Teachers and students write and said what the girl said and how I was, you know, really an exemplar because I didn't try to beat the girl rough up in any way. All I was trying to do was make her do the correct thing. The PTA wrote me a letter, sent me a card, which I still have. And they commend me for my non-retaliatory stand. The ministry sent a shitton from Student Support Services, who is a fresh-baked Yankee from America. He went and do a degree in child behavior and all kind of thing over a long weekend in the States somewhere. And he get must be a master's in shitology, I don't know. He come here and he bawling, oh, I don't know how to talk to children and all this. Yeah, we take up the side of the student, right? And the student father is a known criminal. Come and grab me by my shirt and say, you burst my child shirt and all kind of thing and rip where she bag and everybody say, no, he didn't do that. One of my VP at the time, my real VP senior to me, he needs knocking because he's so frightened. Because this man has a reputation. Anyway, one of my good PNM friends, because we say like one another. I used to say, well, I supported UNC, and he say he supported PNM. But let anybody come near me now, because we were mature enough to discuss issues. And she was like a 6 foot, big like a no first grade. She dead now. Rest in peace, my darling. And here it is, she hold on to that man and say, I say, let go the man. Let him go because he had his hand on the shirt.
So the father hold you to beat you?
Yes, I'm trying to rough me up. But he didn't hit me yet. But once you touch a person, if you know the law, you touch a person, that is assault and battery, you know. My sister was an attorney with the attorney general, you know. She was a teacher, and when she realized teachers getting dog salary, she said, you see that friend that I go into England by my next sister, and she went and studied law, and she is a lawyer practicing now still, and not digging out people higher, unlike a lot of lawyers. But anyway, coming back to the story, he hold on to my shirt, and she insists, she said, let him go. And he let her go, let me go and think. I didn't do any serious damage, but here it is now. for about 10 seconds, I see my whole life flash in front of me. And I am of the view that any minister of education worth of salt would have immediately gone to the park and pass a law saying, hear this, anytime you come and you touch a teacher or anybody in school, here what's going on with you. You're getting a fixed penalty of 10 years in jail, 20 strokes with the cat o' nine, and we filming that and we showing that before Panorama News every night on TV, right? And if you cannot pay, and you have to pay about 100,000 to the teacher, and he could, if he wants to, donate 10% of that to some charitable NGO or some kind of thing. So, and partner, if you don't have the money, here what's going on? You have a old car, we take that. You have gold chain on your neck hanging down to your ankle, we take all of that. And we throw your backside in jail and it's cut ass down the line. Now, I have 2 children and I love my children. I used to read Bible story to them. One night I come home, we had a little family, neighborhood line right in front of the house where I see the police are here in Marcus Gardens where I live. And my son, I want to check on he, quarter to 1 in the night, and I go on to peep and see if my boy is sleeping. He was about 5 or 6 years old. See, when I was so I raised the blanket, here I open bed. I say, partner, you are sleeping yet? He said, Daddy, you read my story. So I had to sit down here and read his story before he sleep. You understand? Today that fella is a mechanical engineer working for Scottish Room, that upper second class on it. He went through you like a breeze. He said, Daddy, I want a girlfriend till I finish. And so said, so done. Professors used to know him my first name. The daughter now finished law degree, first class honors, University of in England, right? I won't call it. But anyway, the point about is this. I have a detractor here who didn't annoy me, so bear with me. So anyway, the thing about it, if you discipline your children right, and I used to care about other people's children, it have children just come and greet me in the road and say, so, you remember we used to meet in school, but so we real sorry, we used to get in trouble. Some of them give me a card, they just do roofing, some just do tiling, some doing all kind of carpentry. One fella have a wood workshop in Caroni. He says, so we will never forget this. I make jokes and make we laugh. So this is it. The thing about it, this bullying thing has to stop and it has to start somewhere. And if the lady who have set a bolt of cloth on her head and didn't see that for all them years and all of a sudden wake up from a coma and make her set a comment now, well, I will pray for her. But the thing about it, you must have discipline. And you see this bullying in school, that is nonsense. And it must stop. And by the way, the Ministry of Education too.
So you agree to charge the children, charge the thing, and anybody hit a teacher.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say charge the children,
Charge the parents.
If they're big enough. If they're big enough, yeah, that's right.
Charge the parents.
Right. You think yes, what do you mean? You think my children could have gone and give anybody trouble in school? The principal of 2 prestige schools my children went to, 2 prestige Presbyterian school, could have watched them children in assembly and call them my first name, Papa. Because what? I was in the Hillview College PTA and St. Augustine Hills High School PTA, both me and my wife. So they have to get involved. Now I agree some parents, especially those poor ones, they work in 2 and 3 jobs, their father leave them with the children and all that. Children, father leave them. And they can't come to PTA meeting and things. But oh God, discipline your children. Like one day I had to call a child in Bataria, Junior Sec, I called the mother because the child ain't doing no more, hiding under the hiding in the toilet and all this kind of thing.
But don't talk so long. So finish up with this story.
I'm finishing now.
Because they go call in and say, oh, you talking long. It's about a fella named Krishna. You go, oh God, Andy, oh God.
No, but you see, I trying to encompass everything that everybody say because I have the experience, 32 years and so on in the service, plus altogether my family. They have over 300 years because My uncle was a principal too, you know, and all my sister and them was teachers before. My cousin was a pathologist when he joined himself a medal when he was 15 years old. Went to St. Mary's College, went to Form 1, 3, and 5. Didn't go 2 and 4, the man was so bright. He had to wait a year and a half to do A levels. He was a teacher and all before he went to study this pathology thing. But anyway, boy, he's an excuse. He was so bright. I tell you, he was like this sort. Anyway, coming back to the thing about it, you have to start somewhere. You have to start. It's not to say you brutalize it. I ain't saying be the people, sure, you know, to wheel the skin and all kind of thing, but discipline them the right way, and things will go right. Yes, I was telling you now that the second Ministry of Education wrote me a letter then in 2003, I think it was, if my memory serves me correct. So they're investigating the matter because, you know, the PT and everybody right and so on, tutor came and so, well, that's 2003. Where are we now? 2025. 22 years. Well, the investigation like it's still like ongoing because up to now, I ain't get a response. I ain't get an apology.
Well,
But
all
that
right.
is
So,
a shameless kind of
but teacher,
shameless kind of thing.
but former
Yeah.
teacher, former principal, and all those things.
Yeah.
We get your drift.
Yeah.
We really and truly get your drift.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You show us how the young student, the lady girl, had an ex-friend and all.
Yeah.
They come up to say, well, because you discipline them, that you're touching them. So they
Yeah.
are real tricks. So you're trying to show me them students and them real bright. That tricks like that.
Yeah.
To
Yeah. They bright for them kind of thing. Yeah. But study the books, they ain't that. But you have to guide them the right way with a little rod and thing. Because why the Bible says, spare the rod and spoil the child.
Oh, right. So
And I don't talk.
Nice. Oh boy. Don't spare the child. Don't spare the road and spoil the child. Next caller, morning.
Yeah, morning. Yes, Dusty Dolly. You were a former education minister in the past regime. Go home and sit down and watch yourself on that tape and tell yourself as a former minister of education, that is all you're implementing for the children, and that you're talking about the PNM children. It's not only the PNM children in school, so that is what you're trying now to say. They have a damn right to fight in school and doing what they're doing. That is what you're implementing. Watch the tape for educated minister of education. It is not good. It is not good. And for you to use that remark, you're saying the hell want the government. You don't want the government to discipline the children. These children have to be disciplined. And under your watch, what did you do? Nothing about it. The children and them was fighting or they did nothing about it. Now we have a government here that is care. The government is a caring government. Cares about the children. What taking place in the school? All they opening all their mouth now. Why all the care all they didn't open all their mouth before? Or you couldn't open it before because all you had the lion over all your head. Yes. No, things good, things better because when this government will, everybody will.
That is so true.
The government.
When this government wins, as Ms. Laukita say, everybody wins. Let's continue. Let me play our voice. Nobody time now.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Mikey. Good morning, Trinity Tobago. Good morning to everybody who's on the live. Andy, hear this now. I watching this thing with Badura and them and the madness. Here what's going on. I hear a tape from Philip. I saw a tape from Philip on YouTube. And here what's going on now. Philip is right. You understand? But here is the main thing we hear right now. Anti-camps have to round up all them Venezuelans and them, all of them. Right? And she need to do is who legal, okay, we'll deal with all you. But you see who illegal, send them back. For the longest while I've been telling all about all them Venezuelan, all down in the Caracas and the area and all them pieces, the fluster in the country. And if we don't careful, they can overrun us, you know. They can overrun us. Watch man. You see all them who want to run in, make sure that they run back out, let us stay in Venezuela. We don't want them here in Trinidad. They done sucking the economy dry already. Let them Venezuelans and them go back Venezuela. We don't want them in Trinidad. And tell Maduro, watch me. Anytime you pour out your thoughts, right? It would be a very bad day for Maduro and a very bad week for Venezuela. Anyway, I go on. God bless.
A pleasant good morning to the Ground Report crew, Kyle Television, and all nice and decent people. Calling from Grandy. Andy, please allow me. The mainstream media is public enemy number one. They don't care about the welfare of our ordinary citizens in this country. All they care about is power and money. So they would continue to spread PNM propaganda daily. They would not stop until the PNM is back in power. Because when PNM is in government, they, the owners of the newspapers, television stations, and many big businesses, take control of the wealth of our nation. They are in fact the people that own the PNM Mafia Lodge. These folks are second and third generation foreigners who are culturally different from Trinidadians and Tobagonians. They don't care who suffer under PNM policies. By nature, all they care about is getting richer. Who dead, dead, who live, live. We must continue to call out their biased reporting so citizens would know the truth. We must fight fire with fire. Thanks, and may God bless our nation.
What? That's a serious patriot. And yo, somebody sent a message, Pitbull America give Caribbean free visa, but blank Trinidad and Tobago. All right, well, I know about that, but all right, let's continue here. Boom, 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 boom.
Hi, good morning, Ground Report. We have to learn to, hear people say things. Good morning, Ground Report. If things in America are so bad, why people still want to go there? Why for holidays people want to go to America? Why people just try to go and live in America? Why those who have the citizenship don't come back to Trinidad? Anybody just want to say they want to go Venezuela? Anybody want to go and work in Venezuela? Oh gosh. Bye. God bless.
Oh boy. We're finishing off those voice notes, man. Nice. How much more? Not much more at all.
Blessed to the panel. My contribution is hearing this young lady on the Gaspar Dolly talking about the school violence. Where they going with this? For this PNM area that they're stressing on. It's all over the country, all this school violence. What narrative they're trying to push in this country? This still is racing. These people, these PNM supporters, so brainwashed that they need a wash brain. And my contribution this morning.
Good morning, Ground Report. Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. My contribution this morning by this way of message is to the esteemed Honorable Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Bissessar. I would like her not to be distracted. She is being distracted. That is a plot by the PNM, Kate Rowley, Stuart Young, and the others. Focus on recovering all the money that these people thief. That's a distraction. That Maduro thing is a distraction. Don't get drawn into that. Go after the money.
All right, go after the money.
Andy, Faris Harari is correct. UNC taking on mass firings. Mass firing of political appointees by the PNM. Them have to go. So you're right, Faris. All of them political appointees, they need to be mass fired, especially the ones on them board. All of them had to go, right? And don't forget the one who we alleged was floating around from the Attorney General office to the local government office, that woman, right? We alleged was given $50,000 a month. I want to know for what. Yeah? That should be investigated. Because I don't understand how she could be getting so much money to what way. Anyway, is deputy essential these days, eh? Have a good day, Andy.
Andy, Mickie, Lennox, Metro and Tobago Central here. Pleasant, good morning. Andy, this is for the cold-hearted, dirty-minded, can't run a country, have no vision, can't do nothing, dead, wicked, cold-hearted, dirty, stink, piping, sprung PNM government. That who just can't resist the political cocktail they get on the 28th of April of this year, 2025. Right? They still can't believe it. They're like, please believe it or not. Here what's going on. Ole was there for the past 9+ years. Let me round it off to 10 years. Right? Who is Ole now to run up on himself to feel Ole could give advice to? Eh? I say all earlier, every single one of you all have to haul. Because you know why? Ole ain't making no sense and Ole was never making any sense. You hear? Penny need to go and look for a cent and try and make something out of herself. Because nobody wants to hear Ole neither see Ole dread. They had enough of Ole to the capacity with the lies and mama guy. You understand? From all you. They set a vision that all you purely have now. And they set a mouth that all you have, this could go on and that could go on and all kind of thing. Go in a corner and sit down there. Right now we upset that is all you ain't going in the political cemetery. You understand? We prayers in the waters, upset about that still yet. It should not even have one stone standing under the stink, dead, wicked, cold-hearted, nasty mind, piping, sprung, dirty, had no vision, dead PNM government. This is how all you want the people to answer to all you. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody don't want a governance that be in there who cares about themselves. That's why the people get serious in this country and get rid of all you. Once and for all. And all you dead in the political arenas. And PNM still can't understand that. Eh? This guy's been only have no shame for a big old man. You have no shame, no etiquette, nothing within yourself. You put a blind eye to everything all this time. Eh? And if it's one thing I hate to see on the social media, is this rubbish, this nonsense, this senseless type of video with school children and nobody. You hear what I'm telling all you? If you know how I hate to see that, eh? That does raise my blood pressure because, listen, at the ending of the day, parents is cutting the nose to spoil the face to send children to school. But it boils down now where the parents got to pay consequences. Because this is a repeat happening over and over and over. Everything stem from the house that they're coming from. Right? So nobody shouldn't get vexed or whatever laws going and implement going forward to deal with that issue. Because this thing getting real out of hand. If these children don't want to go to school and learn, let them go and learn to do a course or a trade or some kind of thing. Enough is enough for that now going forward. You hear? All you don't want to learn, go and do something else with all your life. It's simple as that. If all it wasn't designed for book, go and learn to do a course or a trade. Right? Enough of that. Back to the cold-hearted, stink, dirty PNM. Right? All you who have all your mouth now, which is the ex-ministers and them, we don't want to hear all you. Keep all your vision to all yourself. I tell you, forward this we're going within this country, we are going backward. Right? This bad spirit we went out of here for life. We don't want to PNM kind of shite and behavior thing around. We no more. We get rid of that already. Right? So all your bat in all your corner and all your teeth, all your seats to be there still holding on with the strings. But don't worry, sooner or rather, that string going to bust and it will have no more for you for life. So people, let we live and look at the focuses in this life going forward in this life. Let we live as unity in this country here right about now. We are all one people, one nation, and it's one love here. The code is unity. You understand what I'm saying? Unity we dealing with here going forwardness. You understand what I'm saying? I have to say forwardness because yeah, we can't be going backward. It's forwardness we are in this country. So people, short and simple, nice and sweet, let us stay focused, live as one, be brothers and sisters, one another keeper, so that all can have an eye on one another and see what's taking place. Right? Let PNM go so and Hull, we're going forward. And that's how we're going. You hear? Because the ending of the day is niceness we are in this place. And you don't know. Locked on and listening, and it's that.
And one more thing I forget to say. They should really limit these media to 2 questions. I find they're getting too much of freedom now. So they want to say what they want and try and create their own scenario. So they should really limit the media and try and boycott them too. You understand? They're overdoing this nonsense. Twisting around stories and saying what they want and printing it. You can't do that because you will get sued. So I really don't know what's going on, Andy. All you have a good day. Andy, and another thing, all these PNMites who love Raul and Stuart and them so much and supporting Maduro, I find all of them should go Venezuela.
Andy, good morning. Lennox and Mickie. Good morning, Mr. Waterfield here. In support of Mr. Philip Alexander, you know, what he's saying there is 100% right, because our Prime Minister, you know, in support of defending our country, defending our home, right? And I was listening to 107.7 this morning, where these guys was talking about, where Gary Griffith talking about Madam Kamala say this and say that, and we, the ammunition we have, the arms we have is like a big stone to a gun. Like we have big stone to Venezuela, and have big guns. And we know much. I call a breach of security #1. He's letting the enemy know what we have from what we will have. He's like playing a game of cards and just up and show your hand, the enemy know what you have. And I listened to this guy, I listened to these people this morning, and I said, I'm like Gary Griffith. If he could talk this guy out at time and talk, trying to prop the Prime Minister, he's supposed to be supporting, or to be supportive, you know. And by this statement he made, I realized that this guy, whatever.
Good morning, Andy, Lennox, Mickie, Newbie, and to everybody out here. Lennox, you might.
You realize that this guy, let me do that, let me just finish that day.
He get turned on in whatever, it is still affecting him. It is still hurting him. And he needs to check himself. He can't be going around talking this kind of thing about what we have and what we don't have I want to put it the right way. You know, we don't have ammunition to fight Venezuela. We don't have the arms to fight Venezuela. And he's saying that openly. He's saying that, you know, what we have is like a big stone to a gun, and I felt that is real foolishness. So you have to check yourself. Gentlemen, thank you. Have a good day.
Good morning again, Andy, Mickie, Lennox, and to everybody out there. And his guest, Lennox, and his guest, my apologies. COP, you said something there that Gatsby Doll is a mother, right? She's a mother and whatever. You know that was one of the reasons why, not because of her qualifications, or nothing, yeah, she is qualified, but still, one of the reasons that Rowley chose her and Lisa Morris was because they were mothers. They are mothers. That is what he said. Just like how when he chose Imbert, he said Imbert has an eye for detail. Never mind, he was a failed engineer. And that is why he chose Gatsby Dolly and Lisa Morris, because he said that they are mothers. I guess he was hoping that because they are mothers, they would have been more compassionate and whatever, but they were total failures. total failures. When we thought Garcia was bad, the two of them, they were worse. And yes, Patricia Reed, I did get a distinction in English. And that is some GCE O levels, not CSEC or whatever. I don't know what qualifications you have. So mind your business. Thanks, Andy.
Yes.
Andy, Lower Santa Cruz, I back in everything Auntie Kamala do. You understand? We ain't scared of Venezuela. We ain't scared of them. Because Trinidad went and helped them fight when Bolivia, check out that history when Bolivia was fighting for independence. We fight in World War I, World War II, so we ain't scared of them. All we have to do is arm up yourself and we go deal with them. Don't come with me waters. Have a good day, Andy.
President, good morning again. Andy, this is a short one. I have 2 voice notes. I hope you can play them. But this is a short one. Concerning the students and them that have to get expelled and whatever it is have to be done with the Prime Minister say. Well, my suggestion is let the Defense Force have a boot camp and send them down there. Get them back in the discipline and get some kind of training for them down there, some educational system, and let them spend some 2 weeks and 3 weeks down there before they integrate back into the system or have another school with them, so that when you go through the discipline thing in down in the Defense Force down there, you could put you to do whatever it is, whatever trade they have down there, and then put you in them school self, make a school there for them, So whatever age bracket you fall in, it will have some kind of learning. You will have some kind of learning still and still get your degree and whatever the case may be, based on if it's, Form 5 students or even less than that, Form 1s or whatever. And things. So, besides taking them out of the school system, you're putting them back in the school, but you're putting them with the Defense Force. I just a suggestion. I hope, it go to the right people and somebody think about it. All right, blessings.
Yes. Somebody say, just school says send Slimy Batty Camp. Where's Batty Camp, Trinidad and Tobago? They said to send Sammy Batty Camp. I know where is that. Well, let me continue the voice notes.
Good morning, Ground Report. This is Shogunas. I'm listening to people talk about the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago move in the wrong way. People must understand, another Prime Minister is the President of Venezuela move in the wrong direction. If he have proven in what he's saying, he must prove it. Show the facts. Show the people who he say he hold. Show the face. Show how he know they from Trinidad. That's what he's supposed to do. And the lawyers and the people who have all them degree talking about Kamala is wrong. They are a disgrace to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. They are a disgrace to the sovereignty of Trinidad and Tobago. They are a disgrace to the red, white, and black flag of Trinidad and Tobago. They must go and bury themselves. Yes, yellow is the code.
Oh boy. Nice, good morning. My mom was having medical complications, etc. An article was done up outlining our situation and requesting assistance. So I am hoping the more exposure, the better. It may help. Do you post up articles like those? It's been really hard and difficult. Yes, you can send the article. I'll put it up on Real Media TT. So you can send that article, ma'am, you could send that article. One more voice note, and that is it. I think that can manage.
Good day, gentlemen of the Ground Report, and congratulations again on the human service.
I want to address two things this morning. I saw two clips from the PNM internal election, whatever you want to call it, campaign or whatever it is, that making the wrongs on social media. One is Diane Gatsby Dolly talking about the children who the Prime Minister says that she wants to put things in place to not only expel the children, but they have to be arrested and pay for like school violence and bullying and so on and so forth. Now, if you look at during the PNM reign of terror, right? You need to see every day at least five videos with school children fighting in the road, school children fighting in school. And it had some of them with children actually opposing principals and things and teachers and beating them up, right? In the school, sometimes out of the school, you see a principal going in the car and the children want to beat the principal, right? But what was very shocking was that, and it wasn't really shocking and it wasn't really surprising either, that she asked, if you look at the videos, who does be in the videos? It's PNM children. So you, Diane Gatsby Dolly, have actually admitted that the PNM failed the children of their own constituents, their own supporters. Because if the people in the videos who beating up other children and so on and so forth, it's PNM children fighting, it's PNM children watching, it's PNM children encouraging the fight, it's PNM children that beating up principals and teachers and things. Well, then you really admitting that the PNM is a party that condones violence. Because for 10 years, all they did nothing about it. We never hear anything about children getting charged or whatever it is for school violence, right? If we hear one, we hear plenty, right? The other thing is, I'm looking at Penelope Beckles, right? Penelope Beckles talking about how Penelope though dead, right? The Titanic couldn't sink either, right? And the Beatles was more popular than Jesus, right? And what come on happen now? The Titanic, the boat of the Titanic couldn't sink, and it sank on its maiden voyage, right? The Beatles break up right after they said they was more popular than Jesus, right?
Wait, continue. You ain't done yet. Let me hear.
God have a way of showing people that He is in control. So be very careful of the words that you're uttering, Miss Penelope Beckles, because you can't come and say Penny Kia dead, because the Lord could very well show you, and I'm not advocating any violence or anybody to do anything against you, Miss Penelope Beckles Robinson. I'm not doing that, right? But God has a way of showing you that what you say can happen, could happen, right? So be very, very careful and not tempt fate, right? You're saying Penny Kia dead, and I want to tell all this about the Balize. The Balize flourishes where there is terrible in conditions that is not exactly kosher. It's not good conditions, right? For the Balize to flourish, the conditions have to be not so good. Besides that, the Balize has actually pulled all the nutrients out of the soil, right? At the expense of all the other plants and flowers and so on are wrong. It pulls all the nutrients, and eventually the Balize plant kills all the plants that are wrong. And it harbors things like mapipi and other parasites, other deadly parasites and predators. So, you know, Penny, careful what you're saying, know what you're saying, right? The PNM will fall. Based on what these two women have been saying, the PNM will fall further, and we have to make sure that they never get back in government. Thank you very much.
Nice. And that's it for voice notes. Time check, let's take some calls. Time check, it's a 5 minutes in the hour of 10 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. You're in the company of yours truly, Mickie and the Pitbull of Radio. Go ahead, caller. What's your contribution?
Hi, I want to say good morning again, Grandy again. What I want to contribute is, I want to say that our Prime Minister, Kamala Basita, Kamala, our Prime Minister, the Honorable Kamala, our Prime Minister, I want to say that she's just a human being and she has no power. But she has God with her, and that is where the power is. The power is from God, and that is what is with her, the power of God. I want to say to the parents of the children of Trinidad and Tobago too, that you have to teach your children to respect themselves from home. Teach them, no matter if it's a single parent, if on mornings you can only get them bush tea. Teach your children to respect themselves. So when they respect themselves, they will respect others. And so this bullying and this all that will not happen in schools. Let them respect themselves. And that respect goes until they leave this earth. Because as they walk out into society in the sense of work arena and whatever, it won't have nothing talking about this one races and this one what. Respect yourself. When you respect yourself, you don't see race. Because you respect yourself and you stand with that quality. You know? And this is what it is all about for the school, for the bullying, and this and that. And Penelope, the leader in the opposition, I want to tell her I will not listen to her. I will not accept anything she say until she confessed to the church people of Tobago all the things that Rowley did for the 9 years he was there. All the wickedness he did, all the plans, everything that he have done. You know that in a homeland there's a church that this pastor that he was away, and when he came back he was telling the people in the church that somebody have done a blood sacrifice in this area. They have done a blood sacrifice and create demons. And you know this is what causing all the warfare, the killing and whatever. And it's not only in one area it is happening. And it's who is doing it? Who is doing it? Who is doing blood sacrifice to damage this country? And all this is part of the PNM. And this is my contribution. Have a blessed day. God in control with us all.
Thank you very much. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, boy, mighty. The mighty K-man. Oh boy. Well, all voice notes done.
A lot
Yes.
was said this morning. I'm glad you played out all the voice notes because I know some have been backed up for quite some time. And it's good to hear the voices of the people. You know, as we continue, we're going to highlight some of the things that in a short space of time has been accomplished by the new government just coming into office, some low-hanging fruits, how they've been able to deliver, serve, and make things a lot more efficient for us, the citizens here in this country. And I agree with many who talking about the actions and the behavior of some of the media personnel, some sort of badgering and trying to bully the prime minister. No. We're not going to sit idly by. No, we're not. These are the same media houses that always seem to skew the facts and was never in favor of the UNC and had nothing good to say. And again, also be very, very cautious of the people who are waking up now from their slumber, who have a lot to say and a lot to add, and who's trying to hitch their wagon onto this new administration. They're not your friends. They don't like you. It's a matter of political and maybe economical convenience for them to come out now. All of a sudden you're seeing videos and hearing voices and saying, but wait now. But your mind recollects the fact that, but this person had nothing good to say. This person said so much things about Kamala, so much things about the UNC. Now they're making big video and talking about this and how the PNM was that. But you never said that when Rowley and the PNM or Stuart Young was there. You had nothing to say. There was deafening silence. We will look at that, of course, throughout this week. Folks, be safe out there. Try to stay alive until tomorrow, God willing. We are out of here. And I think tonight Lennox Smith is on Corridor Transformation. And I hope that Lennox has learned his lesson. Not everybody who sticks a mic in your face, you need to give a reply. If they came there based on the fact that you invited them to deal with something, then that is the core subject. That is the core subject.
Don't let them dictate.
You simply tell them politely, hey, I didn't ask you to come here for that, you know. As a matter of fact, that's none of your business. What I get, what I didn't get, what I asked for, what I didn't ask for is none of your business. I didn't invite you here to talk that. I don't know, some people will just freeze up and I might come and feel it has so much to say. People can't talk your business unless you tell them you have nothing to say. They are not your friends. You control your narrative. You have your own platform. If you have something to say, you use your platform to say it. Simple as that. Until tomorrow, we're out of here.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Sorry, after God family comes first, be safe on the nation roads. I'm Andy Williams, better known as the Pitbull of radio. You could have chosen anywhere else, but you choose the Ground Report. Thanks so much. So until tomorrow morning, please God, same time, same place, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. We are out of here.
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.